1 minute early. 1 minute early. 1 minute early. All day stream. 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 1 minute early, baby. That's right. A whole extra minute of content. That's the fucking Atrioc guarantee. Okay? A whole extra minute. EU frogs, get in. UK frogs, get in. East Coast frogs, get in. I'm here a minute early. I did it for you, for your time zones. Missed my 18. I've been live for 32 seconds. Less. Don't say I missed your sub when I've been live for 32 seconds.
Let's go.
Hello, 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 hello. What is bean battles? This is my bean battles face.
1, 2.
Epic Gabe, thank you for the 8 months. Verith, thank you for that 1.5 years. God damn. Jaded, of course, thank you for the 18. Rickardish, thank you for the 7 months. Cat Ninjas with the 2. Ren with the 3. Wordsmith with the 3. And DJ Garlic Bread. What a terrible name for a DJ. Thank you for the prime. You should watch Donkey's new video. Well, guess what we're going to do today? Ring, 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 ring. Oh, hello? Oh, is this intelligence calling? I didn't think this whole thing through. I didn't have a full bit. The point is we're doing Get Smarter Saturdays. We're doing Get Smarter Saturdays, baby. That's tonight, for sure. For sure. Possibly even a Reddit recap, though I may do it tomorrow. I may actually go live on Sunday for once. You said Hitman? I said a lot of things, baby. I said it all day stream, too. The truth is, well, get me in here and I'll tell you exactly what I fucking want to say. But I think Get Smarter is what we might need. Hitman might be what we want, but what do we need? I think we need to get smarter. I think we've all gotten a little dumber, to be quite honest. Universal God, what's up? Biggs Flux, what's up? What should I order for dinner? Probably a Factor meal if I was you. Probably order a box of Factor meals for dinner. That way you save money over a long time versus ordering. That's just my suggestion. 3 learning streams in 1 week. Well, yeah, I don't know about Get Smarter Saturdays being necessarily a learning stream. It's more like watch a lot of Salmonella stream. Did you follow Pro League? Did you see C9 release their coach? I have started to get a little bit back into it, but I did not notice that. No. Was that a bad coach? How's C9 doing? They're doing pretty good. Are they like 3-1, 4-1? Atrioc, can you stop making Quack edit so we can play Valorant with me? If you think that Quack has taken a minute off of Valorant for my videos, you're smoking crack, dude. I'm friends with him on Discord. I can see he plays Valorant fucking 38 hours a day. Bro, you know what? He does get his videos done. So what must be suffering is his school. He must be very similar to me in college because there is no shot Quack is doing well in school. There's no shot. It doesn't add up, dude. He makes some great videos. For sure. I get that. He makes great videos. I'll give him 100%. I actually love Quack as an editor. He's really fun to talk to. He has good ideas. I think he's gotten better every fucking few months. So Drake's for Quack on the editing. And he does it for free, which is great. Awesome. That's one of the best parts. You don't have to pay him. So that's one of the biggest wins. And then on Valorant, he grinds all day, every day. I literally see that he plays all day, every day Valorant. He fucking is obsessed, addicted to Valorant. So the third thing in his life, which would be school, absolutely must be suffering. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind that his teachers are unhappy. Failed a midterm last week. Oh, now I feel bad. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to fucking dogpile. You know, life finds a way, dude. I'm saying, you know what? I'm with you. I failed quite a few midterms in my day, thanks to good old fashioned League of Legends. Maybe we'll do bean battles later. I have no idea what it is. Let me look at what bean battles is. If it's stupid, then don't ask me again. What is bean battles? The best, worst game ever. I'm not going to play this game. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, but we're not going to be playing bean battles. This game looks stupid as shit. This game looks like fucking a game you play in, like computer class when the teacher's not looking. This is terrible. This is... Oh, that's Hitman. Well, that's just Hitman. Oh, and that's just my... Wow, for once my Discord blocked by my fucking chat box so that you guys can't see what my Discord says. We're making progress on Tops of Leaks. This is Bean Battles. It looks terrible. It looks really, really, really bad. It looks like fucking...
Just people who found the game on Steam.
It looks like someone was playing Roblox and said, this is too good. Roblox is too polished. Can we get something a little more scuffed? So I don't know that I'm feeling it. I don't know if I'm feeling Bean Battles, to be honest. Maybe as a sub goal. If we hit a mere 58,246 subs, I will play Bean Battles all day with chat, and that's on God. Can I get a sheesh? Sheesh! Sheesh! I'm rolling one away. So let me tell you what I did today. Well, first of all, I had to catch up on some shit. I had to record some shit for Quack. Had to do some shit for Ari. Had to get a tux for... by the way, I'm going to be dripped out for QD Cinderella's awards. I know that it's like not really black tie. It's like streamer black tie. So Mizkif's going to show up in a Cuck Boy t-shirt. I know that. I get that going in. I don't care. I'm going to show up in a fucking tux. It's going to be fucking... it's going to be slick nasty. So I will be at QD Cinderella's looking good. So I had to go get that fucking rented. But then outside of that, the main thing I did today was grind Hitman. I put in like 5 hours straight grinding Hitman. And what I realized is to do the kind of run that I want to do, I'm not ready today. I'm not there yet. I think I could get the world record possibly today. But it wouldn't be the run that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? The run that I want to do isn't just like, let's shave off some seconds. The one that I want to do is like, let's fucking grab the balls of these things. So I don't really want to play Hitman today. And what I thought I would do is get Smarter Saturdays, shoot the shit with chat, perhaps Reddit recap, though we could also do that tomorrow. Turns out, here's a big deal. Boo! Boo! Alert! Warning! Atrioc does not have work on Monday. Boo! That means I actually can stream Sunday. Jump King? Oh, God. When does Elden Ring come out? Isn't it really soon? Isn't Elden Ring really soon? And thanks for the Prime. Thanks for the 8 months of Prime. But I lost your name. Well, Beetle Nutria, thank you for the 11 months. PogChamp, 1 month from a year. Pineapple Fear, thank you for the 5. Quark, thank you for the 4 months. Switch with the 4. Leon LLB with the 7. D-Dog with the Prime. Cryptite. Got a pre-roll ad, so I subbed to give Bezos less money. Every dollar counts. Doing your part, King. Bezos is fuming right now. Thank you so much for that Prime, Cryptite. Really, it is the one thing keeping Jeff Bezos from being purely happy, and that's the best we can do. Last VOD was super interesting. I was wondering if you had advice for young people who have been looking to get into stocks but haven't yet. I couldn't read the rest of it. Haven't yet something. But I assume what you were going to say is haven't yet found a great stock trading app. And for that, I'll tell you the answer is public.com. If you go to the public link in my channel below the channel, you can find public.com. Amazing stock trading app that allows you to buy fractional shares and doesn't sell your information to hedge funds like Robinhood. Wasn't a plant comment. I just thought that might be the answer he's looking for. Sorry to turn your sincere message into an ad. No, listen, my always advice is to be careful because I think we're in unprecedented times, but people seem to always. Also, my one larger piece of advice is that if everybody, including the dumbest people you know, are talking about something being a good investment, it's peaked. That's not a good time to get in. That's a timeless piece of advice. If the dumbest people you know are talking about something, and it's not just you're the dumbest person. I've been the dumbest person. Are talking about something, it's probably not, you're probably not ahead of the curve on that one. Inscription gang? Maybe. The problem with Inscription is that I don't feel like playing it right now. I don't know. That's the problem. That's the honest to God problem. Is I'm not like, I don't know why. I feel like I almost beat it. But I know I didn't. Maybe I feel like I stopped at the wrong point. I stopped right when I felt like satisfied. And now it's like a great season of a show. And they're like, oh, there's another season. I'm like, I didn't need it. Like Stranger Things. Bro, I like Stranger Things season 1. I didn't need a season 2. So I didn't watch it. And now I'm just out of the Stranger Things universe. New Donkey vid? Oh, we're going to watch that for sure. We're doing Get Smarter tonight, so we're going to watch some fun YouTube videos for sure. There's no getting around that. You're not close to done. I'm aware. And I think I'll play it. I think I'll like it, but it's just hard for me to get motivated, you know? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you guys feel me? Hitman Day? So here's the thing about Hitman Day, if you guys are just joining. I played Hitman today a lot. That part is true. Today for me was a Hitman day, undoubtedly. Did I do it on stream? No. Did I come up with some crazy shit? Yes, actually I did. Can I tell you, actually, I wasted a lot of time on this. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to show you guys something that I spent fucking all day, not all day, but hours on. We could do a Sporkle quiz. I wouldn't put it past this. I spent hours on this, and it got me fucking nowhere. Okay. Let me just show you something. Imagine I just play a world record right now. Can we do today's Wordle? I do them at midnight with Ari. Before me and Ari go to bed, we do the Wordle together. Because we're cute like that. That's right. That's what we do. Little man and his fiance doing the world together. And the best part is, if she does it faster than me, then I put my phone down, I'm dead silent, and I sulk for the rest of the And if I do it faster than her, whoa! Get owned! Get owned! You know? And that's cute. And that's just how and that's how our relationship sort of vibes. Okay. Can you see this? So, let me tell you. Listen. There is a kill in this game that is extremely inconsistent. And it involves when Dawood Rangan, the movie producer target, walks out onto this ledge to threaten this guy in green. He walks out right here. And you can sit way over here, and you can shoot him with your sniper, and you can make him fall through this crack. Whoa! Splat. All right? But if anyone sees his dead body on the ground or while he's falling, you lose Silent Assassin. So it's not a great kill. No, there's no... there's some innovations by Mude, but it's certainly not consistent. There's no 100% consistent version in the world. But I found, while exploring, While exploring, I noticed there was this propane tank. He literally walks past this propane tank. And I was thinking, well, that's interesting. I mean, that's interesting. Now, what's terrible, though, is that they literally put in this fucking rag and this piece of wood, so there is no good downward angle to see it. I'm being honest with you. There is no place all over here where you can actually see that fucking, that propane tank. You just can't see it. It doesn't show up. And I tried everything. One thing I tried was I climbed all the way to the top of this tower. I put down a briefcase. I threw a muffin on top of it to get extra height. And I got the highest boost, and I was in the farthest right point. And I looked all the way up. And at the end of the day, all I could see was this bucket. You actually can't see the propane tank. There's no way to get there. And it made me really sad. So I explored this whole fucking map. I explored all over the goddamn map trying to find a place where you could get the propane tank. Need 2 muffins? You can't stack 2 muffins. All over. You can't stack briefcases. No, there's actually no way to get more height. There's no way to do it. And I found that if you stand right in this specific spot right here on these stairs and aim just above this camera, you can see the very top edge of that propane tank. What? So if we wait for him to walk by. You guys have to die. Just get out of the way.
47.
Now, the bad part is this is in the middle of a crowded alleyway, so I have to fucking solve that, first of all. Who's shooting at me? Who's shooting at me? Anyway, look. And then right here. Boom!
Darwood Rangan is confirmed.
We got him! And I thought that was a fucking awesome innovation. The only problem is, remember how there was a guy in green right here? Well, he also flies off. So here's Dawood falling to his death. Look at this dude partying. Oh my god, what a way to die. Going out like a fucking king. Salute. The green guy that was here also dies. And so I thought, well, that fucking sucks. Killing the green guy really ruins my plan. And so I spent more time studying, testing, trying different things. And my solution, I thought, would be to scare the green guy off. If I could get there early and scare the green guy off, then I could just kill Dawood. But the problem is, listen, I can go over here and I can show you. Where's this green guy? Right here. So I can shoot right here. And any other NPC in the game, you shoot near them, they panic and run. This guy does not move. For anything. For any man. Nothing in the world makes this guy move, turn around, or look away. He's an absolute fucking rock solid fucking Chad. I can shoot this fucking crane, make this thing fall, explode. Everyone else looks. This guy stays solemnly still, looking forward. And that's the end of my testing. There is literally no way to get this motherfucker to move. And that means when this explodes, it will always kill him. It's very frustrating. It's very, 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 very frustrating. Shoot him. Shooting him kills him, to be honest. He doesn't have the same level of HP, I think. Oh, Jesus. And maybe he doesn't. But either way, if you shoot him, he gets up and stands where he stands. So if I shoot him, you know, all he is fucking closer to falling off. And then he stands where he stands. And he doesn't run away. Look, we can wait. He doesn't.
What the hell is this? Drop the weapon
He
now.
doesn't,
You understand?
he just has no fucking will. And also, when you shoot him, it causes the guards to fucking come over to him. So it's even worse because now the guards will get blown off. So there's literally no way. There's just no way to move him. And if there's no way to move him, that means there's no way to shoot the propane tank. And that means this whole line of thought is dead. And I wasted 2-3 hours on this. Which is unfortunate. No, he doesn't panic. Boys, I promise you, he doesn't panic. Look, it'll make the guard run maybe, but he stays where he's at. I'm gonna die. Oh fuck. Breaching charge bruised? Well, I did consider that, to be quite honest. Now that Paris has opened up a whole new world of boosts and bomb launches, I considered it. The problem is this run is about 10, 12 missions into the trilogy. There is no bomb launch that is 100% consistent. And so even if we were to get a really good one, by the way, I don't know that there is a great one. It wouldn't be a reliable solution to this problem. Have you tried scaring him by shooting anywhere else, or just that wood? No, I mean, I've tried. Yeah, I've shot all over. He doesn't move. I promise you, this green guy does not move. He's rock fucking solid. And also, the wood is about the closest thing to him. The wood's the best thing. It's on the same surface. There's nothing around him that would do it. So he doesn't move. He just doesn't have it in him. Sick gun, there's no shot. No, there's no shot. The sick gun has massive bullet drop. It's a dart. There is no way I could shoot a dart from fucking here, aim it at the sky, whoosh, 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 whoosh. No, there's no. I promise you the dart does not go that far. Try it? Okay, sure. I'll try it. Hey, for you guys, I'll try it. Give me the sick gun. Hey, no stone unturned. Let's take out our dart gun. Let's see. Let's just get our fucking angle right. Yeah, this looks good. Okay. So he's right there. Let's just aim. Let's just see where that... Look at the arc of this dart. It's gonna fucking land on the beach. No, something tells me it's not gonna go all the way up here. Something tells me it's not gonna gain that much height. You know, I just don't think that's... If you wait for the wind. I've never seen a dart shot up 50 stories or whatever. It's not... let's see if we can go even closer. Let's go even closer. Tell you what. Just to give us the best possible shot at this, Chad, I want to make sure that no stone's left unturned on your genius idea.
47.
We're going to go all the way up the tower. Which, by the way, in a speedrun would be really stupid because of how much time it takes. But we're going to do it. Just for fucking science. Just for science, we're going to climb all the way up here. And we're going to pull out our dart gun. And we're going to go all the way to the right. And we're going to aim. You know that might actually not be impossible. Is this crazy? Is it crazy to think that might not actually be impossible? It's really stupid, don't get me wrong. I think it is impossible. The distance is just so far. No, the bullet drop is too much. All right, by this arc, is this even close? Bro, I lost the dart. There's no there's no way in the world. There's no way in the world. It's not gonna go far enough, dude. It's not possible. No, there's no angle. It doesn't. Sorry, I just don't see it. We gotta aim higher. I already aim. If you aim any higher, it's just vertical and it falls straight down. Attach a muffin to the dart. That might make it slower. Stand on a muffin. That's not what we need to do. We don't need to stand on a muffin. It's not a question of that.
Someone please help me.
No, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. And again, look, I mean, there's just nothing that'll make this fucker move. Wait, did I hit him? Oh, no, he stands up for that. I was like, wait, what? I was like, wait, why the fuck is he standing up? He stands up for this conversation. But even still. Wait. Bro, why would he fucking move?
Command, I have no current location.
Nothing.
Over.
What's he doing on that ledge? He is being threatened. He is being threatened by our antagonist. This guy. This guy's a target. He walks out. He threatens this guy. Says he's going to push him off if he doesn't pay up his money. But unfortunately, he never actually pushes him off. If he did actually push him off, that'd be good for us because then it would count as his kill, not ours. And we could get something going, but we cannot. Maybe hit the rails? No. I love that you guys are enthusiastic about this. Shooting different things is not working. He doesn't move.
Got a dead body here.
Maybe. Anything? Any runners? Shoot his dick. There. I shot it. Atrioc, I've never played this game, but I promise the advice I'm giving you is better than... If you could hypothetically make him sick, would that work? Possibly. I don't know if he acts differently than other NPCs, but generally, if I could hypothetically make him sick, he would get up and he would walk to the nearest trash can or bathroom. And then he'd be gone. And then when Dawood comes by, I could blow this up. The problem is the only angle to shoot this propane tank is down here. So it's not like I could get him sick on the tower and then fucking get down here. There's not time for that. So I really think it feels like it was a really promising idea that I was very excited about. And I got super stoked about, but it feels like it's a dead end. This propane tank is what we call a red herring. The bullets do not have stopping power. You cannot shoot through the wood. No. The wood stops all bullets. Can you body shot into Seeker so he stands up? I can't hit the Seeker shot in general. What if you catch his body? You cannot move the propane tank. No. I mean, I love your guys' thoughts here. But they are all bad. Sorry. I'm listening. I'm trying them. I've thought of most of these and they are all bad. There's just not there's no solution here. If you body shot green guy and shoot propane tank while he's down, does he still die? Unfortunately, yes, I did try that. He still flies off. Does he ever move by himself? No, he stays there the whole game. Just tell him not to die so you listen. What if you move the building? Like a Ocean's 12 kind of thing? What if we cut all the supports to the building and move it a couple inches to the right? It's really a shame. It's a shame though, because man, I was messing around, looking around. I was like, wait a minute, is that a fucking propane tank? And then I was like, wait, that is propane tank in his natural path? And then I just started fucking, my brain was going, and I was like fucking trying so many different things. I was really excited. I thought for sure I'd crack it. But the green guy makes it uncrackable. The propane tank is not a good kill because this guy does not move. So there's this, which is also nearby. But his guard stands near it. There's no good shot. There's no good shot on this red. This might be doable with a bomb launch, but even that seems insane. Because you can't even get to the roof above it from the angle you'd want to. You can't panic guard. No, I can't even shoot here. Look at. I'm here. Okay, I'm coming from this direction. There's a wall. You see this big wall? The only way to shoot this red thing would be to somehow stand on top of this, which would be one of the swaggiest kills of all time. But unfortunately, you can't get on there. Maybe if we could curve the bullet wanted style. What if you shoot Dawood in the knees and he falls off like an accident? Holy shit, you're a genius. Except that's already the current strat that I mentioned at the beginning that we're trying to do better than because it's inconsistent. But thank you for your suggestion. What if you bend it like Beckham? Oh my God, you're right. Wait, I never thought about bending it like Beckham. I am so glad I did this. This is where chat came in super handy. You know what I could do though? This is crazy. Let's say I finish the first two parts, all right? Vanya's dead. Maelstrom's dead. Is there a brick en route? Is there a brick I could pick up and throw in this metal forge? That's interesting. Hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Brick. Brick. That's not good. Brick. Wait, am I in the right spot? This is the thing. Okay, so no, there's not. There's not a brick en route. Brick. Brick. No, there's actually not a brick in the path that I'd want to go. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Nearest brick is really far because I need to go here. If I were to draw on this for you guys, well, actually, I could draw it on it. Well, just follow my mouse, all right? I will start here, right here. I'm going to go over here, down here, and then I'm down level 0. I'm going to go all the way around here, and I'll pass this, which is where I need to be with the brick. Nearest brick, way too far, way too far, way too far. Way too far. Yeah. That's just not, it's not it. Not doable. Bomb launched the brick. Dumb as fuck. You can't bring a brick, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't bring a brick. I wonder if there, if you know what's interesting. You know what I'd love to know? So a lot of items in this game are just reskins, but functionally they're the same. I wonder if the gold bar is a reskinned brick. No, it doesn't break, so it's not. Damn, if the gold bar was a reskinned brick, I could actually break a brick, which would have been awesome. But it's not. But I'll try it anyway, just to be sure. So, listen, the reason I'm trying to get this, chat, I'll show you, is if you throw a brick, and the fact there's no brick near this is really unfortunate. Really unfortunate, because it would change everything. If you throw a brick into this forge... Yeah, it's not a brick, though. Sad. Doesn't work. If you throw an actual brick into there, it causes all the target... It causes a purple smoke to release out of the top, and it causes all the targets to take different routes. And you can know those routes, and you can use them to kill them. Is there sniper bullet arc? No, there's no. There's no way to sniper bullet arc. So it's a real conundrum, for sure. Maelstrom doesn't respond to brick. Maelstrom would already be dead at this point. I think you are not following my line of thought here. It's only for Dawood. Just bring your own brick. Unfortunately, you can't. You cannot bring your own brick because the brick is not an item that you can bring. If you could, it would be a big breakthrough. Is that a solid gold bar in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? It's a solid gold bar in my pants. BYOB, bring your own brick. Yeah, the crystal ball is not a brick either. But you know what? I'll give you one shot. Can you shit bricks? Love your suggestions, chat. Thank you so much. No. Unfortunately, they did not include the ability to have the Hitman character shit bricks that you could then pick up and use as functional items. What if you get bricked up? No. I don't think you can get 47 bricked up. That would also not work. Listen, what was that nearest brick again? Let me see. Didn't I just have it? Brick. It was way over here. These are all terrible spots for a brick. I gotta be honest with you. Maybe right here. Damn, these brick spots are fucking whack. And that's on God. A level 2 brick right here. This is all the way in there. That does not work. All right, we'll go right here. This is the one. Level 0 brick, actually. Right here, I guess. Doesn't really seem good, but let's see if that works. Could you plant one earlier in the level and come back to it? No. No. Have someone DoorDash the brick to you. I like that. I forgot. You know what? I could smuggle a brick. No, I can't smuggle a brick. It's not an item you can bring. Man, if you could smuggle a brick right here, that'd be a game changer. Dude, if you could just fucking have the brick item. I can bring a goddamn snowball, but not a brick? No, there's just nothing doing.
47. Our intel suggests the Maelstrom is hiding somewhere in the city slums. I've marked the headquarters of the Crows on your map.
Any bricks? Bricks, brothers? Bag of sugar counts? You can't smuggle a bag of sugar. Does a brick of cocaine work? Yes, but you can't smuggle it. A brick of cocaine would work, but you cannot bring that item. Muffin doesn't work. Unfortunately, none of these items are reskinned bricks. You just know there's no brick. There's no brick. It's unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that these keep running into dead ends. I'm sure there's something we'll eventually figure out, but Snowball does not work, but I will try it for you. Try going to the other metal place? I think you are misunderstanding. The goal is to be faster. You know, so I so I have to keep this route. Imagine. Imagine if that had worked. Unfortunately, it didn't. What about this frying pan? What about this crowbar? Make a new route. That's what we're doing. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what I was working on. I can keep working on this on my own, and that's that. I just wanted to show you guys. Just wanted to show you guys that was what I was trying to get into it. A lot of great questions from chat, though. I appreciate that. Reddit recap. I think I'm gonna actually go live tomorrow because I don't have work Monday, and I'm gonna do Reddit recap Sunday. But tonight, I think we're gonna do Get Smarter Saturdays. And so, if you have interesting, not too long, not boring videos that fit those three main criteria, interesting videos from the world of YouTube that we can all learn something from, at least one thing, even if they're mostly entertaining, put them in our Discord. Put them in the Discord or put them on Smash Scene. I think Discord's probably better, though. Because as much as I love Smash Scene, we don't have enough active people upvoting to make it worthwhile right now. So we'll watch Donkey first. We'll just kick off with Donkey. We love Donkey here. And let me change the title. We're going to do Get Smarter Saturdays. And we're just going to enjoy some videos together. Get Smarter Saturdays. What was the LCS drama today? I didn't even hear about it. To be quite honest, I didn't hear about the LCS drama, and I'd love to know more about it. Not that everyone here watches League of Legends or LCS. Probably you mostly don't, because every time I play League, you guys get pissed. But I don't know what happened. C9 randomly dropped LS. Do they know why? 4 hours before his game, he got fired? We don't know why. Interesting. He himself doesn't know. That's interesting. That feels shady. What's going on? No info, no warning. Everyone's completely shocked. That indicates something weird going on. That's weird. That's like I mean, this is completely baseless speculation, but like if they had heard he had done something wrong or something, then they would move fast to drop him. But also, we have no idea. It could be anything. It could be literally anything. Or it could be something shady on their side where they like some weird contract or... I have no idea. I'm sure about this now. I'm just saying that's weird. As people are speculating? Yeah, but I mean, listen, this guy's, that's libel. I don't want to slander or libel anybody's good name just because they got randomly fired. There could be millions of reasons on their side, C9 side. If he's a good guy, then this is crazy. So yeah. Yeah, it's really weird. That's very strange. I wonder why. They were doing really good this season too, right? Wasn't C9 like winning a lot of games? They were like 3-1, 3-1, 4-1, something like that. That's wild. Stop it performance. That's crazy. Ew, interesting. I wonder what the fuck happened. Two hours ago, C9 releases LS. Promotes Max Waldo to head coach. People assumed the post was a joke, but he was informed of his release a mere 4 hours before the start of the match. That's so weird. What a weird post. The more simple explanation could be like he said something to piss off Jack or one of the leaders of Cloud9. Like if he was just like, I don't know, like if they just had a power trip and they wanted to ban him. Very odd. He was talking shit on TSM in a recent vid, so Reggie called up Jack. That seems unlikely that Jack would fire a well-performing coach because a rival team's owner called him up. I don't think that's likely. Unless, I mean, listen, maybe behind the, I don't want to speculate because we don't know. I have no idea. That's very weird. I'd love to hear more. If you guys hear anything more, let me know. I'm actually quite interested. I've been watching a little more LCS lately. Okay, let's watch Donkey video. Donkey video! Donkey, donkey, donkey. Donkey, donkey, donkey. It's called Fortnite Daycare. That's already.
Fluffy. Why are you Green Goblin with Borderlands robot?
It's Claptrap. They have Boba Fett. You could be a stormtrooper.
They got the Rock?
Yeah, they have Rock. They have Bruno Mars.
Wait, that's Fortnite now? Whoa. Doggo is Fortnite even? What are these Fortnite feathers? How do I get Fortnite feathers? That doesn't answer anything.
Mad Max.
Huh? Mad Max is Fortnite? Huh? Cyberpunk is Fortnite? Jurassic Park is... You can fish. They got the full movie of Inception in Fortnite.
What the fuck?
Floppy, look. Among Us mode.
But is that real or is that hacked? Is that like out in Risky Reels or what the fuck? How... Someone... How... That's real? In what way? How do they... Oh, it's just green screen. Okay. But they played like Punked in Fortnite. I know that. I know they played Punked and like, they've played movie clips in Fortnite. I don't know if they, but I was like, why the fuck would they put, Inception? It's such an old.
The fuck?
Floppy, look. Among Us mode. Oh.
Among Us.
I want to find out, actually. I need to fucking, because chat will give me a straight answer. Inception Fortnite. No, it's real. Everyone that was like, Pepe laugh, yeah, it's real. You ever heard of Photoshop? It's fucking real. There was an Inception movie event in Fortnite? That's fucking wild. I'm watching, this is a Forbes article. I am watching Inception in Fortnite. And metaverse aside, it's not great. That's a fucking title and a half. That's a fucking 2020 plus title. Holy shit. They just aired a full movie. And you just watch it in Fortnite. That's crazy.
Among Us. 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 Among Us.
Atrioc chat POV.
This is gonna be a good mode.
Why the fuck did you even call this?
Borderlands is so cool. Among Us.
I cannot live like this. You're always loud.
Spider-Man! No! Don't!
Oh, that's fucking funny to catch on mic.
Kid Kayla's in here? This guy hates Spider-Man.
But what do you mean I hate Spider-Man? Believe me, I'm not an imposter.
That's what you told Spider-Man right after you killed him.
Adrian, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
I think it's number 1. He's evil Spider-Man.
I'm not Spider-Man, I'm Garnet.
That's the evil Spider-Man.
Evil Spider-Man is black.
Yeah.
Not me.
Oh no, he's telling his mom. Oh look, there's evil Spider-Man. There he is.
No, that's not Spider-Man. That's Venom.
No, I'm pretty sure this is Venom. It might be 10.
Yeah.
No, it's not me, I think.
Spider-Man senior class.
Bro, this is what it feels like playing Sea of Thieves with Psychic. It's like, if I want to have a little goof and make him walk the plank, he just...
It's a line before you die.
Everybody's leaving the channel because of you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to leave this channel. There's a dinosaur in here or something scary.
No, that's just my sister playing a gorilla tag game on the Oculus. It gets pretty hype.
3. You did this.
You literally called out to number 1 and now you're just going for me next.
No.
It's a domino effect. You're just trying to get everyone out.
No, it's not a domino effect. It's a Pizza Hut effect.
No, it's a domino effect. You can't give it up.
Who's keep freaking calling me eating, bro? I just want to do my tax.
Bro, tell me about it. I just want to get some kills in quick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's sus.
Oh, that's sus.
What?
That's sus.
What's so sus about wanting to get some kills? I just want to get some kills.
But that's sus. You say you want to get some kills. You want to get some kills? Then you're an imposter.
So what?
Bro, he's gonna kill me.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna lose this game. Don't you know how to play it?
Yeah, it says as imposter,
Wait,
get kills to win.
Bro, who's saying that? Like, is it 10?
You can't get away with that. You're dead.
I just want some kills.
You're too late, bro.
What?
You can run
Wait,
from
so
me.
if I wait, can you stop screeching for 2 seconds, please?
Hey, shut up!
Holy fuck, dude! Oh my god, the future is bright. We're in good hands. We're in good hands.
4, I can just barely hear you. You gotta talk a little louder, man.
Somebody in here the squeaker.
Wait, what the hell? Number 8, why is your name Thick Dick Daddy 27?
Cause that's my Roblox name.
Oh, that's a good one. Hey, oh, salute our future president, Thick Dick Daddy 27. Holy fuck, that's funny. That's wild. That's crazy. That's one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. Another bonus. Donkey remains undefeated in videos we've watched on the channel. You couldn't write a better joke. You literally couldn't write a better joke than asking a child why they're named Thick Dick Daddy and their response being in a matter-of-fact tone, because it's my Roblox name. That's the funniest fucking thing. That's crazy. All right. Well, we have more videos to watch. That only covered 4 minutes. Thanks for replying to my ghoster the other day. Helps with my kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, it was awesome. Thank you for sending it. all ghost related fan art is my favorite thing that I fucking see out of the community. I fucking love the ghosts. The ghosts are the favorite thing we've ever created. All right, let's see what we got. Let's check out Discord. Oh, summoning salt could be an interesting one. Deegan, welcome to the stream. What is this Elden Ring tweet? This is just about pre-ordering Elden Ring.
May choose not to engage.
What is this?
Elden Ring is an action RPG set in a dark fantasy world.
Holy shit!
Enter the lands between, a place of boundless scale and untold mystery.
I heard that what's his name? Yeah, Miyazaki, right? From FromSoft. I heard that Miyazaki got the script and the story of the game from George R.R. Martin, and it was like full of like epic quests and human tales and like kings and queens and princes, and he basically corrupted all of it. He like took all of the heroes and like got rid of their stories and basically made them into monsters, and no, corrupted in a good way. Corrupted like lore wise. Like took everything that he had and basically just said it later and made it corrupted. Not like in a bad way. Not like yeah, like yeah.
Where your journey to reveal the fabled Elden Ring unfolds. Thou shouldst take the crown. The lands between is ruled by great heroes. Those who have inherited the blood of Queen Marika the Eternal.
Someone like corruption lore-wise. Extinguish thy flame. I love the enemy design that I'm seeing so far from Elden Ring.
You play as a descendant of the Tarnished, a group of heroes once banished from the lands between. When the Elden Ring was shattered, the very source of the Erd Tree's blessing was disrupted.
Not the Erd Tree!
The exiled Tarnished found themselves being led once more by long-lost grace.
I offer you an accord.
Is she winking at me?
As a Tarnished, you'll set off on a journey to the lands between, rich with mystery and fraught with danger.
Oh,
to face the former heroes of this
world.
world.
Shit!
The lands between comprises massive, dense play spaces, teeming with threats and brimming with the unknown.
Shit!
You'll face many fearsome
It's like
enemies.
Skyrim!
Meet a wide variety of characters and discover hidden dungeons. Those who brave these catacombs, mines and caves will find themselves adequately rewarded.
Loot Goblin!
Travel far enough, and you'll eventually reach a legacy dungeon. A complex and intricately built dungeon map that connects seamlessly with the surrounding landscape. These sprawling environments offer their own style of tension and exploration, creating a different feel from that of your journey through the overworld.
Damn, this game looks cool.
The lands between are vast and offer a high level of freedom for explorers. Use the map to assist with navigation. Place beacons and markers for places that catch your eye, or fast travel to previously discovered checkpoints.
Oh, nice.
For faster traversal, Summon Torrent, your trusty spectral steed, at any time, anywhere outside of dungeon areas. Torrent offers excellent mobility, making it possible to venture further and higher into the lands between. Throughout your journey,
speedrunners are gonna use that horse to glitch through everything. I have never seen a game with horse movement that doesn't get used to glitch through things.
You'll meet with many characters, each with their own motives and goals.
I am the lord of all that is golden.
Help them pursue these goals, to reveal their backstories and learn of your shared place in this world. Player freedom extends far beyond exploring the lands between. Your character can be fully customized, from appearance to armor and abilities. Become a warrior, specializing in close quarters combat. A caster that excels at sorcery or incantations. Or of course, you could attempt to master a little of everything. An extensive lineup of equipment, weapons, magic and skills are waiting to be discovered, allowing you to develop your...
Can I say, this is the only thing I'm a little trepidatious about. One thing that was so cool about Sekiro is it didn't have that, so the game could be really balanced. When games give you a lot of options, inevitably one of them's broken. And, you know, it's kind of one of the problems, you know, but I'm planning on playing this game like right as it comes out nonstop. So there will be less backseating and less problems with that. And I'm just going to do my own style. And in general, I'm good about avoiding backseating. And it's like, I really love playing it my own way. So it shouldn't be a problem, but I liked that about Sekiro. It's like, it was just this beautiful combat style, and it was really balanced around that, and there was no cheesing it, really. There was no, like, or it was much more difficult to cheese.
Character, in whatever way you wish. A keen adventurer may find item crafting useful, using materials picked up along the way. Many different items can be crafted on the fly, from arrows and firebombs to cured meats and other consumables.
I'll say I hate crafting. In general, across every game, I'm never really excited about crafting. Never really excited about it. I'm not saying it's bad. It's not going to affect, like, this game could easily be a 10 out of 10 to me. Having crafting changes nothing about it, but I've never thought it enhanced the game. Almost ever. I pretty much always find it a chore. And other than Minecraft, obviously. You know, I even in Breath of the Wild, like, cooking was kind of cool, but at the end of the day, it became sort of a chore. Witcher 3 wasn't bad, although Witcher 3 combat I thought was pretty whack. It was just a great story. That's my thought. It's not a big deal for me. I generally think crafting, leave it. Like, rather than, like, find a flower, find a fucking seed, find a fruit, and then mix them all together to make something, I'd rather just the flower did something, and then you find it. I find a flower that cures poison. I find a seed that heals me. I just find things, and then they do things, you know, rather than...
that offer a range of benefits. The player may call upon spirits to fight alongside them.
Resident Evil's a good example. Resident Evil had really simple but effective crafting. Yeah, Resident Evil is probably a good idea for crafting. You don't even know how it works yet? What are you talking about? I am making assumed judgments. By the way, I think the game is going to be good, and I'm very excited for it. If I need to say that to massage your fragile ego. People get too invested in games that aren't out yet, and if you say anything that could possibly be interpreted as not 100% positive. They fucking clam up, dude. They like freeze up and they start to get really angry. Chill out. Relax. It's okay. I think the game's gonna be, I'm very excited about it. But I think I can use my judgment based on previous games I've played that I'm probably not gonna love the crafting. I'm probably gonna be like tolerating it.
Spirits vary in type and behavior, so summoning them according to the situation is key. In particularly dangerous situations, you may choose not to engage the enemy, using stealth to outflank or escape. You can also join with players from other worlds.
They call this game the Minecraft killer. That'd be insane. If every 12-year-old playing Minecraft dropped it for Elden Ring.
To journey, explore, and challenge tenacious foes together.
Wow! Me and my friends from chat exploring together? All of us together?
The expansive world of the lands between is abound with danger, intrigue, and mythological wrong. Begin your adventure and reveal its secrets for yourself. Rise, Tarnished. Rise and become the Elden Lord.
Damn, that's cool. Wait, that was sick as fun. I think the thing they're absolutely the best at over at FromSoft is enemy design. Enemy monster design. It's so unique. Every fucking enemy looks fucking memorable and unique and fun to fight. That's like their fucking, that is their gold standard. No one's even close on that. Who did I think of the raid? Their environments are also great. Well, especially in Sekiro. That was fucking awesome. I wonder if they're going to have multiplayer 1v1, like duels. I know they had that in Dark Souls. It would be very interesting if me, Lud, and Stans all play this game at the same time and then at certain points duel each other for money. That'd be fire as fuck. Who Dad says I just beat the fucking bricks out of Psychic? That's not very nice of you, Dad. Stan's too mauled to play long? Maybe. He didn't like Dark Souls, but he may like this. We could also do Bros vs. Pros Elden Ring. Or Bros vs. Pros Dark Souls or something. And get some kind of nasty Dark Souls player to 1v3 us. Seems nearly impossible, though. You'll get parried so hard. Maybe. Depends on how good the netcode is, but I feel like 3v1 in that type of game just slashing at you. What are you going to do? Maybe we do Dark Souls 3, 1v3. That could be fun. That could be really fun. Did you wish Tarek a happy birthday? No. I didn't. Sigma. That way he knows, you know? All right, let's get smart. What else we can watch? What else we can watch? Let me see. Let's see what we got here. Boom, ba boom, 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 ba boom, 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 boom. Let's look in the Discord for Get Smarter videos. What's gonna make us smarter? What's gonna let us know? I'm in the Discord right now, and I'm pulling Open these videos. This one's called, let's see. The Forgotten History of the Fork. Okay, doesn't seem that interesting. The two types of gamers, honers versus innovators. I'm both. Sigma. That's what I'm going to say the whole time. So I don't know if you guys want to watch that, but I will say it the whole time. That vid rules. Maybe I'll check it out. Terraria, we've already seen this. Simulating competition and logistics growth. This could be interesting.
When growth is completely...
Maybe we started watching this and then it was way too much math. Wait, this is literally all math? Are you joking? Okay. I already know this stuff. I'm too fucking good at math. Why would I watch this? The Confession Killer? What does that mean? The Confession Killer? Did he... Is his fucking trick that he confesses after every crime? Seems easy to fucking... This would be spoilers. Simulating supply and demand. How China rigged the Little League World Series? That seems kind of interesting. How long is it?
Statistically speaking, winning the Little League World Series is...
Oh, let's give it a shot. This seems kind of interesting. This could be a very fun...
one of the hardest things to do in sports. The Republic of China won this tournament without giving up a single hit. One year, Little League banned every single international team just because they were too good. They went over a decade without losing a single game, and over a 3-decade span, outscored their opponents 661 to 82. They also caused multiple riots during World Series games, government spies and activists to beat each other with baseball bats in the bleachers, multiple police helicopters to be deployed, and multiple, quote, terrorists to...
Pause. Wait, my headphones came out.
Multiple police helicopters to be deployed, and multiple, quote, terrorists to be arrested. This all occurred during Little League games and was the result of a cheating system designed by the government solely to use Little League as a propaganda tool to...
Wait, so is this Taiwan or China itself, like China mainland?
overthrow the communist regime. When asked what it was like to play on the Republic of China, one of their players said, quote, "It was like hell." Another player says their coach threatened to kill them if they lost. A few years later, this coach was sentenced to prison for cheating in Little League. A player was paralyzed due to overtraining, and a few decades later, over half the team was dead from alcohol abuse. These 12-year-olds were the most famous athletes in their home country, but in America, they were accused of being adult midgets hired by their dictator, or booed and abused by American fans until they were caught in an act of cheating so egregious they were forced to stop playing Little League baseball.
Everyone is bad. Everyone involved with this is fucking psychotic.
Baseball altogether. The most famous Little League team from the Republic of China was the first Little League team from the Republic of China, and also by far the most tragic. In 1968, a team from Hongyang Elementary School won the country's national youth baseball tournament and were invited to play an exhibition game against a team from Japan, which typically isn't really a big deal. Until the government got involved, which led to a coach being arrested. A new state-sponsored cheating system most likely ruined the lives of most of the kids on the team, while simultaneously making them the most famous people on the island. After World War II, Taiwan was given to the Republic of China, who was in the middle of getting destroyed by the Communist Party in a civil war. The Communists took over the mainland, and the previous government of China now only controlled Taiwan. By the mid-60s, basically the entire world recognized that the Communist Party was the ruling government, but the former government who fled to Taiwan still called themselves the Republic of China, claimed to be the real China, and planned on invading the mainland and retaking the land they lost. And
that's unlikely. I'll be honest with you.
somehow, someway, dominating Little League Baseball became a massive part of this plan. The game between Hungyang Elementary School and the Little League team from Japan was supposed to be a friendly exhibition, but the Republic of China saw this as an opportunity to show that they were superior to Japan, who used to control Taiwan. So the government sent the kids from Taiwan to a remote military base to train for an entire month. Coaches lined up players and fired fastballs at their chest so they wouldn't be scared of the ball. One player says the coach threatened to kill them if they lost, and a Taiwanese newspaper reported their training schedule was so serious, 2 of the coach's children died because he didn't have time to take them to the hospital.
What the
Hungyang
fuck?
beat Japan 3 out of 4 games. These 3 games were all won by the same pitcher who...
Damn, imagine only winning 3 out of 4 though, after that schedule. The other teams got Capri Suns. They practice like once a week. They still won 1 out of 4. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy, dude. You spent a month fucking testing fastballs?
Threw an insane 20 innings in 4 days. The games were nationally televised. Over 30,000 fans came to watch the final game, and since the press lied and said they beat the Little League World Series champions, the players instantly became national heroes. Sadly, it was discovered that 9 of them used fake identities. Most of the players didn't even live where the school was located, and the ones that did usually didn't even go to class. 6 of them were overaged, and one 11-year-old on the team was already married.
What the fuck? This is one of the wildest fucking sports stories I've ever heard. That doesn't mean 11-year-old is the right age for Little League, right? He just happens to be married. So I guess that's like Air Bud. It's not illegal. He didn't break the rules. There's no rule saying an 11-year-old can't be married in Little League. Married to the game. Married to stealing third, baby. This guy's a fucking hustler.
A year later, their principal, coach, and administrator were sentenced to a 2-year suspended sentence for forging the kids' identities, but the government covered this up completely and the public never found out. 2 years later, the coach died in a car accident. The players played baseball full-time at 12.
Hey, this is unrelated, but one of Epstein's close associates who helped with his child sex trafficking killed himself in prison today. Interesting. Another. They just keep getting so sad. All of these guys keep getting so sad right when they get into prison. Very odd in a French prison. His name was, fuck, I don't remember his name. He's a French guy. You can look it up. He was like 75 French, Epstein associate. And listen, I'm not, Jean, yeah, Jean something. I know that. Jean-Luc Brunel. That's exactly who it is. Yeah. And again, I am like almost 0% a conspiracy person, but it just feels very egregious that we have gotten none of the names of the rich people they fucking conspired with, and they're all dying the second they get caught. It just, that's interesting to me. It just feels very inconvenient.
And never got an education. One player ended up paralyzed due to overtraining, and tragically, half the team died before the age of 50 due to alcohol abuse. Nonetheless, this team made youth baseball the most popular sport in the country, prompting the Republic of China to create their first official Little League team, and had them cheat even more. Their first team dominated their way directly to the Little League World Series. The players were noticeably smaller than the rest of the teams. The perception was that they were a group of aborigines from a village in the mountains that learned baseball with sticks and stones. According to one player, they didn't even wear shoes during competitions, and when they left Taiwan, the villagers sacrificed a pig in their honor. So they seemed like massive underdogs. In reality, they were perhaps the most unfair team ever assembled. 35,000 people came to watch them win the championship in 1969, which was a Little League World Series record. But in Taiwan, they had played in front of a crowd of 50,000. When they got home, they were over 30,000 just to see them get off the plane, and over half a million people came to their parade. These 12-year-olds were literally the most famous people on the island. It's important to understand, around this time, the US stopped giving aid to Taiwan. They were expelled from the United Nations. In the Olympics, they were banned from using the name Republic of China and didn't really win any medals anyway. The Little League World Series was basically the only international platform the Republic of China was allowed to participate in, so the government made it one of their top priorities. And this is when things got ugly. The Republic of China organized a program that hired full-time coaches, required players to live in dorms, and practice all year round. They were not expected to go to class. Players would wake up at 6 a.m., train over 9 hours a day, which included having pitchers throw 300 pitches a day in training.
That can't be good for these kids. This is how I grind Hitman, though, so actually kind of seems weak to me.
According to Little League, all of this is illegal, but they would be caught for much worse. In 1971, the only runs Taiwan allowed the entire tournament came from a 3-run homer by future major leaguer Lloyd McClendon, who had the most insane stat line in Little League history. He was intentionally walked 10 times. In his other at-bats, he was 5 for 5 with 5 home runs. Taiwan had a player just as dominant. In the finals, he outdueled McClendon, throwing a Little League record 22 strikeouts in 9 innings. He became a celebrity in Taiwan for this performance. Today, he works in a factory, refuses to talk to the media, and denies ever playing in the Little League World Series.
Holy fuck. They scarred this kid for life. They made an Agent 47 of fucking pitchers. Oh, God. This is psychotic.
When Taiwan beat McClendon's team, a Taiwanese newspaper referred to him as, quote, Gorilla McSomething. Other newspapers wrote that the win proved that they were the most outstanding nation and race, that the Chinese Republic and Chinese race must be revived, and that they were now the giants of the world and better than those, quote, communist ping pong players. And using Little League as blatant propaganda like this upset a ton of people. Every year, the government would organize travel for thousands of Chinese Americans to come to the World Series. They were given flags and signs that supported the Republic of China. This was essentially advertising for the government, who did not want their name replaced by names like Taiwan or Chinese Taipei, because to them, they were still the rightful leaders of China. However, many Taiwanese people did not like the government and wanted Taiwanese independence. They showed up to protest. This pissed off the government, who hired spies and Chinatown gang members from New York City to intimidate these activists. In 1971, the championship was delayed when they ran onto the field to rip down a banner that said "Go Team Taiwan," causing a fight and local police to send a helicopter to secure the stadium. That same year, activists hired a plane to fly a banner over the field.
This could be a movie. This should be a movie. This is wild. I'm surprised I never heard of it. This is a crazy fucking story.
That read, "Long live Taiwan independence." The next year, the Republic of China rented every single commercial aircraft in the area to prevent this from happening again. They also
actually checkmate. Oh, that's so smart. Holy shit. Actually fucking 9-head.
Sent their Marines, who ended up fighting activists with baseball bats during the game beyond the left field fence. Some activists were beaten, taken to the hospital or even arrested and deemed as terrorists. Around this time, these 12-year-olds were so good, they were legitimately hated in America. For the next 2 decades, they were booed, harassed, and constantly accused of cheating. Taiwan won the Little League World Series in 1971, giving up only 3 runs on 1 home run. They won in 1972 after giving up only 1 run the entire tournament. In 1973, they broke 5 offensive records, outscored their opponents.
Bro, American parents must have been so fucking pissed. Parents already take it real seriously. Little League already take it real seriously. Oh my God, they were fucking furious, I bet. Holy fuck.
Opponents 57-0, and in the most mind-boggling stat in Little League World Series history, they won the tournament without giving up a single hit. In Williamsport, they marched everywhere they went 2 by 2, didn't go to the pool or play ping pong with the other teams, and all of a sudden, their players were now bigger than their coaches. When they took the field in 1973, they were booed. One opposing coach said that he coached children while the Taiwanese kids were robots. Another coach said that if the kids from Taiwan are 12-year-olds, then I'm 3 years old. And it was a legitimate rumor and belief that Taiwan hired midgets to represent them in the Little League World Series. These rumors and domination led Little League to investigate Taiwan in 1974, but the investigator didn't even know Chinese and found nothing, saying Taiwan was just dedicated. The next year, they returned, won the World Series while giving up only 1 run, their 2nd run allowed in 3 years.
Let's go, California! 1 run! We got him! Woo! Never come to America and think you can fully sweep us with no fucking runs. All right? Cali, West Coast, baby.
During that stretch, they were so unfair, they had more World Series titles than runs allowed. Little League knew Taiwan was cheating, but couldn't punish them because they had no proof. So in 1975, they banned every single international team from competing, claiming the international teams were taking the tournament too seriously. But Taiwan was the only...
That's a classic fucking... America, we're good at that. We fucking love to do that, dude. We love our World Series, and it's just us. I love that fucking tryhards. You fucking tryhards out there.
International.
If you're the best team in America, you're the best team in the world. God damn it. That's what we stand by. That's all we need to see. Okay?
Team that had won a World Series that decade, so it seems this was just a roundabout way to get rid of Taiwan, which caused Taiwan to implement perhaps the most horrific policy in Little League history. Taiwan knew Little League was onto them, so when they were reinstated in 1976, they banned 3 of their best players, saying they were too old to play. Taiwan took these 3 players to a hospital to be examined by a doctor who determined by the size of their private parts were too mature to be 12. All 3 players were 12 years old and eligible, but Taiwan was so worried these players' size would make people suspicious, they banned them. And this embarrassment led Taiwan to implement forms of cheating never seen in Little League history, which caused scandal after scandal, and this is when things began to unravel. Starting in 1977, Taiwan won the World Series 4 times in a row by a combined score of 112-7. They finally lost in 1982 in an upset so shocking ESPN made a documentary about it. This was their first Little League World Series loss in 12 years and ended a 31-game win streak where they outscored their opponents 317-18. It seemed like Taiwan's dynasty might be over. In 1979, Taiwan was forced to stop calling themselves the Republic of China during Little League games, which dampened the propaganda power of Little League in the eyes of the government. And after losing in 82, then missing the World Series altogether the next 3 years, it seems like they may have stopped funding cheating altogether. This was not the case. They returned in '86, instantly setting 2 records by beating Canada 26-0 and won their 12th World Series. The next year, they only gave up 1 run the entire tournament, winning the championship 21-1. In 1990, they won the World Series by a combined score of 43-1, and in '91, they won again by a combined score of 31-3. But 2 years later, they were caught using players outside their district. However, this cheating was nothing compared to what was about to be discovered. After a 1-year suspension, they returned in '95 and seemed to cheat even worse. Over a 2-year stretch, they went 10-0, outscored opponents 109-15, set 25 Little League records in 2 years, and won their final 2 World Series. Because in 1997, they were caught cheating again, but this time it was serious, and there were dozens of infractions. Their first one was that their players were essentially professional athletes. Unlike other countries, Taiwan's teams were forced to play all year round. Most, if not all, were forced to live in dorms where they were not expected to do schoolwork, but according to one player, practiced over 9 hours a day. This was possible for Taiwan.
Wait, didn't you say that like fucking 12 minutes ago? Weren't they already doing that for the past fucking 8 years of wins?
Because their teams were made up of players that all went to the same school, which was legal according to Little League, but not the way Taiwan did it. Teams in the Little League World Series are supposed to be made up of the best players from certain local areas. When teams get caught cheating, it's usually because it's discovered their players were chosen from areas outside of their boundaries. Taiwan took this to another level. Many of these schools essentially acted like college football programs. They received money to fund their programs, paid full-time coaches, and recruited players from across the country to create super teams. In one extreme example, a player played for 8 different schools in 9 years. School and government officials also manipulated zoning to ensure the best players were all on the same team. Let's say there was a district in Taiwan that had a population of 100,000 people. According to Little League, this area should have at least 6 teams.
Bro, they were gerrymandering Little League. That's so fucking degenerate. That's so fucking degenerate. What do you think this is gonna do, dude? Really? This is crazy.
Taiwan would have just 1 team, then officials would create 5 fake teams with fake players to make it seem like they were picking from a population of 15,000, when in reality, they were picking from a population 6 times larger, and it gets even worse. Taiwan was split into 4 districts. 4 tournaments were played to find the best teams in each district. These teams would then play in the national tournament to decide which team would represent the country. The teams that won the district tournament likely had already been stacked with illegal players from outside the district, but Taiwan still required them to kick off 4 or 5 of their worst players so they could replace them with better players whose teams had already been eliminated. This likely occurred after the national championship as well. 9 players on the national champions team would go to Williamsport. 5 of their worst players would be sent home and replaced by the other 5 best players in Taiwan who had already been eliminated. In theory, by the time a team won the national championship, their original team could have been entirely replaced by better players, and sometimes even this wasn't enough. In 1969, after 5 of the national championship players were replaced, Taiwan worried they still weren't strong enough. They took this team, selected 14 of the best players in Taiwan, split them into 2 entirely new teams, then had them play each other, took the winning team's 5 worst players, and replaced them with the losing team's 5 best players, meaning that the 1969 championship team everyone thought was an underdog from a small village was actually a national all-star team who picked from a population.
Okay, dude. That's fucking wild. They're like, yeah, they're creating like Darwinism evolutionary. Dude, they went fucking, yeah, they're EV farming.
of 14 million people. After winning the World Series, players were often showered with money from fans everywhere they went. Parents accused coaches of taking the money from players to keep for themselves, and some parents of players who were replaced pressed charges against officials from keeping their kids from going to Williamsport and missing out on this extra money. All of these cheating methods are outlined in the book Playing in Isolation, which I highly recommend. Taiwan's dominance lasted 3 decades, so it's hard to know if they used every single one of these methods every single year, but according to one Taiwanese baseball official, not a single Taiwanese team went to Williamsport without cheating. But after decades of investigations and speculation, Taiwan seemed to realize the damage they were doing to Little League and their players, and after another investigation in 1997, they voluntarily pulled out of Little League competition. In 2002, they rejoined, and now they play by the rules. In 20 years, they've made it back to Williamsport 8 times. They finished second in 2009, but haven't won a World Series. They're still very good at baseball, but unless they start cheating again, they'll never be as good as when they were the most overpowered and illegal Little League team in history.
That was a wild fucking story. That's crazy. Oh, this was wrong? 30 years in? 30 years in, dominating every single year, ruining kids' lives? Oh, this was wrong? Oh, we should stop? Okay. Oh, I see that now. Now that half of these kids have grown up and died from alcohol abuse, I'm starting to see. Okay. Damn, that's wild. What's crazy is it accomplished nothing. Except maybe making other countries dislike them. Like no one was like, oh my God, their kids are so good at baseball. Their country must be great. What does that mean? It changes nothing. Like it accomplished nothing. It's only fucking for the people internally. I guess national pride. Yeah, internal national pride is why. Yeah. That makes sense. A congressman from Portugal was tweeting about the C9 coach firing. That's a normal sentence. He dropped some math about how LS always gets fired after 77 days, which is weird. He literally is. Wow, that's fucking wild. What is this? What he looks like? This fucking guy is tweeting about the fucking average coach serving length of an LCS team? What is going on with the world, dude? I swear to God, we're in a fucking... The only thing worse is that guy from, is it El Salvador? The guy who's the Bitcoin president? He like has a laserized profile picture and he converted his entire country to Bitcoin. And he calls himself the CEO of El Salvador. Let's think about that guy. Yeah, this is their president, dude. Backwards cap and all. He's obsessed with stonks, silly numbers, Bitcoin, and the dip. That's fucking wild. And what's funny is he's 40. So he's also like all the people he's talking to would also see him as a boomer. He's like Keemstar. He's President Keemstar. Damn, that's wild. That's wild. Title for Bros vs. Pros Valorant? What should we title it, chat? Valorant Bros vs. Pros. The Rise of Stans. I don't know. Glizzy Gladiator Strikes Again. I don't think that's the one. I don't think that's it. Five Nights at Freddy's Game Theory. That's a great title, but it wouldn't be relevant to the video. Maybe like the world's best Valorant player wants revenge or something. I mean, the reason he did it is because of Wardell. Like, we beat Wardell and he wanted to get revenge. There could be something there. Smoked and Rolled Valorant Edition. Is that a series on my channel now? Smoked and Rolled. All right, let's look for more videos. Quack, you pick something from that. You know, I'll make some edits too. Can you send me the thumbnail direct if you got something? If not, then maybe I can just upload it after stream. All right, let's see what else we got. That was a great video. I really enjoyed that. Fear of Cold. Is this like the Fear of Depths we watched? Darkwood review. Accessibility in games. Is time travel really possible? The world's most expensive object by weight could be interesting. I've seen this already. It was pretty good. Reddit video. Dark Souls no hit, the greatest feat in video game history. That could be good. Tom Scott. People want Tom Scott. I gotta check this out. I'm interested in this. Is it long?
It's a stamp.
It's not. It's very, very, very short. Let's watch it.
It's a stamp. I did have a couple of paragraphs of lead up to that, but honestly, if you're just here to find out what the most expensive object in the world by weight is, it's this stamp.
Cool. Cool. Okay, next video. All right, I'll watch it. Yeah. About this. Real cash. Okay, Tom Scott. I don't need a fucking stamp when I have fucking American money. That's right. It's liquid. I can spend this at any store. Steal the serial number? That's yes. Knowing the serial number does not mean you can steal the dollar. If you're at a store, you can't just say, I don't have it on me, but I can tell you the serial number. And they're like, oh, okay, you can still buy it. That's not how it works. You can't screenshot my dollar bill and take it. A yoink. No, please don't. What else do we have in our old bundle of tricks? I was the world's richest man for 7 minutes. Interesting.
If I created and registered a company with 10 billion shares...
What about unlimited money limited?
and then sold one of those shares for £50. Hey sir, would you like an investment opportunity? That would legally value my company.
It's come through, the certificate, everything.
At £500 billion.
Technically, would that company be worth £500 billion?
Yeah, there's an argument that could be made.
Thus making me the richest man in the world, absolutely decimating my nearest rival, Elon Musk. Although, there was a...
Okay, just to be clear, you just got one sucker to give you $50. And then everything else around this is for you to make the video. I just don't understand, because I've done that already. I got 10 Twitch Primes today. You know what I'm saying? I got $50 from a sucker already. It doesn't mean I'm the richest man in the world.
Could be accused of fraudulent activity. That does not sound good.
Plus, it's worse because you got pounds, and that's not real money. That's fake, goofy monopoly money from a fake country. I have American dollars. You got pounds, like you're fucking PewDiePie's friend. What does that mean? It's a fucking joke. You can only use that to buy fucking fake stamps.
Right. Luckily in the UK it's quite easy to set up a company. There's something called Company's House, and you essentially just do a big old form. I like forms because I know all the answers to the questions mainly. Right, what is your full name? Max Fosh. I know that one. The fun one. Company name. I can see here that it has to end with limited. What about unlimited money limited? I really like that. Welcome to the new company, Unlimited Money Limited. What will the company be doing?
Making money. Love that.
Oh, we're making money, so we're in manufacturing. Oh, okay, here we go. Could do this. Manufacture of macaroni noodles, couscous, and similar farinaceous products. I don't know what farinaceous means, but that's what the company does.
Now that I was a big block of parmesan in the pasta world, it was time to decide how many shares I was going to have.
How many shares can you issue in a company? Is there a limit? Let's try 1 trillion shares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope. Broken it. Enter a valid number of shares. It's like, come on, Max, don't be silly. 100 billion? No, that didn't work either. Right, okay, 10 billion. Let's try that. Haha! Okay, right. So, 10 billion worked. Application submitted. It said to take 2 working days. Okay, I've got to wait 2 working days.
That wasn't exactly true, though.
The speed, I tell you. I've literally just gone downstairs to get a coffee, and it's come through. The certificate, everything.
Holy
Unlimited
shit!
Money Limited is now officially a company. I now need to do the difficult thing of selling a share for £50. Right. I think better time to suit up. You haven't been in here before. This is where the magic happens. I've got so many packs of cards under that duvet. That shirt's creased. That shirt's creased. That shirt's creased. This shirt isn't creased.
Uh-oh.
I've got to look my best. Where are the ruddy trousers?
Things weren't looking good for my upcoming stint as the world's richest man, because I was fishing the one suit I own out of my laundry basket.
Yes, my trousers are in my laundry basket. They might be a bit dirty, but that doesn't matter.
Okay, I have to skip
everyone. Hello. Nice to meet you. I've set up a company. I've issued 10 billion shares in that company. The FFU, I'm trying to sell 1 share for £50. Thus, valuing the company... You haven't heard the rest of the story, though, Frank. Thus, valuing the company at £500 billion.
1 share, £50, and you've set up this new company.
Yes, I have. I don't even have 50 quid cash on me right now.
There's a cash point just down there. It's not financially a very safe investment.
It's risky.
It's risky from your side of things, but...
I'm really torn. I feel like
a bit like Natalie and Brugler in the 1990s. Just think of this, you sat around a dinner table, you say, have I told you the story when I invested in a company worth £500 million?
Did you really? Did you really?
Despite my energetic pitch, the no's just kept on coming.
No one's going to give you £50!
I'm going to have to pass on it.
Say no on this occasion?
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't have 50 quid.
I need some time to think about it.
Of course.
I need some time to think about it. Just means let me get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna think about it and we'll come back.
But little did I know, Hope was just around.
Someone said this is advanced begging. That's what it is. This is advanced begging. This is like... This is a roundabout way of just fucking begging on the street.
Corner. Hope, have we got money? Are you...
She did come back!
You're willing to...
Holy shit! I think she just likes him.
The best. You are... please take a seat into the booth. Did you just get that out?
Yes, it's real.
It's... Hey, quickly, why would you like to invest in this company?
Honestly,
I mean, you know, he's
on a
being
whim,
charming,
I
I
feel like
guess.
it's meant to be. I feel like I'll get something from it eventually, if not just a good story.
Sure. Thank you. I'll take the money now. Thank you very much.
You could just be taking my money and I would have no idea.
I mean, I could.
He
This would be a
is.
very elaborate way of scamming someone out of £50. Hope, all signed.
You need to shake on
That
it.
is one stock transfer form complete. Pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I can't believe that worked.
I would definitely not sign something either. I mean, if this were real, if this is 100% real, and someone asked me, I'm not on the street, sign away my information and give him £50.
I did just sell a share for £50, so all I need to do now is to send all of this paperwork to a valuation advisor who will then be able to tell me whether the company is worth 500 billion or not. So now we wait. With Hope on board as an investor and the documents collated, it was time to send them off. Today's a big day. I'm sending off all the documents that I need to the valuation advisor. So it's got the stock transfer form from Hope, all the requisite kind of like profit loss, of which there's zero. Sending it off to them today in the post, and then I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get a response back, but big day. Big day for Unlimited Money Limited. These documents were to decide my fate. I'd done all sorts to get them, rummaging in my dirty laundry and flirting with the financiers of London. These were the documents that would decide if I was the richest man in the world.
Success.
And I got my answer 2 weeks later.
Big day. Big day. That's why I'm wearing a shirt. We're seeing this together. In here will be telling me how much I'm worth as an individual. So, without further ado, oh, okay. Dear Mr. Max Fosh, there are numerous methods of valuation including, but not limited to, times revenue method, earnings multiplier, blah, blah, things I don't understand. Given the range of information provided to us, the market cap of Unlimited Money has been assessed as £500 billion.
I had done it. I was the richest man in the world. But...
Oh.
Because the company had no revenue and therefore nothing to back up this valuation, I was technically being accused of fraud?
Due to lack of revenue activity, there is a highly likelihood that UML being accused of fraudulent activity. It is for this reason we highly recommend Unlimited Money Limited is dissolved as a matter of urgency. Right, okay. I need to shut this down very quickly. How do you close a company?
Well, you need the permission of the shareholders. Hope. And luckily, she had filled in some contact details, and so I sent off a very swift email, and 4 minutes later, we were on the phone.
I think I've made a terrible decision. Hi, Hope. How are you doing?
You know what? Put all the blame on her. Make her the scapegoat, have her sent to jail. You get golden parachute. Eject from the company, withdraw the funds.
We have been instructed that it's a matter of urgency that I dissolve the company. However, I need to get all shareholders to agree on the dissolving of the company. If I reimburse you your investment of £50, are you happy for the company to be dissolved?
I'm happy with that.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Right, shareholder meter over. Thank you so much. Okay.
And so with that...
She votes nay. I vote nay. I believe in this company, Max Fosh. When I invested on that street, I saw a future. Let's stand up to the government. Let's build this macaroni business. She goes full fucking Zuckerberg. She tries to cut him out of the company. In fact, I already diluted your shares, Max. Uber CEO. But for real. Company has no revenue. Is valued insane multiples.
The certificate.
That's funny. That's pretty good. Clever idea. Diamond hands. Yeah, she should have diamond hands. That was a good video. Hey, couple good vids today. What else we got? Let's go. Maybe the what type of gamer are you could be next. Outside in. Is SNL even funny? We already watched that, I think. What is this? The mechanics of being Big Bird? I'm not that interested. The world record history of Blew Yourself in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Is this interesting? Who dat posted it? All right, I'll check it out.
Most people who play Mario Kart fear the blue shell.
This is kind of long, but it does have 1 million views. I'll watch it. I'll see how that goes.
In fact, even speedrunners fear the blue shell. The blue shell is a simple reminder that even the best players in the world run into the same problems as everyone else. However, in one particular speedrun category, speedrunners actually want to be hit by a blue shell. Not one thrown by computer players, but one by themselves. Speedrunners have created a category where throwing and hitting themselves with their own blue shell is the objective. This is the world record progression video of Blew Yourself in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. For those who don't know, the blue shell is an item that targets the person currently in first place and blows them up, bringing them to a temporary halt and letting other racers catch up. The idea of this category is to obtain a blue shell, drive all the way up to first place, and then use the blue shell on yourself. This idea was first conceived by Akos on February 24th, 2021, when the community was trying to think of new meme speedrun categories. Akos' suggestion said, BS%, you smuggle a blue shell into first and use it on yourself as fast as possible. BS% received a positive response in the community and runners quickly got to work on their attempts.
So I don't get it. You just get to first with blue shell in your inventory, use it instantly, and you just blow up? So it's basically just getting to first.
The earliest known run comes from a runner by the name of Misty's. The run itself was fairly basic, and really just showcased that a speedrun was indeed possible. Now, because you need to reach first place very quickly after obtaining the blue shell, Misty's began the run in Dry Desert, which is known for having a particularly large shortcut. The idea was to get a blue shell, use the shortcut to reach first place, then use—
Isn't this the most RNG fucking speedrun ever? You just run into the fucking item block. If you get a blue shell first, you win.
The blue shell on himself. This run was also using the shells only in-game rule. This allowed for a better chance of obtaining a blue shell. For the first minute and a half, Misty's purposefully placed himself in last place until he was able to obtain a blue shell. Once he got the blue shell, he immediately began to race to first place as fast as possible. The moment Misty's reached first place, he used the blue shell. The blue shell targeted Misty's and blew him up.
This is so stupid. This is actually so stupid.
2 minutes and 13 seconds. Before we move on, let's take a moment to explain the mechanics of a blue shell. In Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 2 conditions must be met for a player to have a chance.
I understand it's a meme category, but it's not even like a, you know, like a skill-based one. It's it's literally just fucking pull a slot machine.
Of receiving a blue shell from an item box. The first condition is simple. It must be at least 30 seconds into the race, and the timer begins when Lakitu's lights turn green. The game will stop power items like the golden mushroom, the bullet bills, blue shells, etc. from appearing until after the first 30 seconds of a race in an attempt to keep the race somewhat balanced. The second condition, unfortunately, is a bit more complicated. In Shells Only mode, the player must be at least 3,300 units behind the leader. This is because of the way that the item roulette works.
Whoa,
the chance
pause!
of obtaining each item.
Yeah, I got tacos! Be careful. We've been here before. We've been here before. What would the Hitman equivalent be? I don't know. Something really random. I can't even think.
Is determined by the distance from the leader, not the player's current position like it is in previous Mario Kart games. In Shells Only mode, the item arsenal available between 3,300 and 5,500 units away is the first length of distance to have a chance to obtain a blue shell. Even once these conditions are met though, your chances of getting a blue shell are still very slim. In Shells Only mode, it has a 2.5%.
Okay, this actually changes things. This makes it a little tiny bit more skill based. It's still incredibly random, but this means you cannot be in first. Otherwise, I thought the best way to play this would be just to be in first, hit an item block, get the first shell in the first attempt, hit yourself. But you can't do that. It won't give you the shell unless you're like behind the leader. So that's interesting. That's interesting.
Chance of happening. The downside to Shells Only mode is that it removes items like your mushrooms and your stars, which could potentially help you reach first place a little bit quicker. And you might be wondering how big of a distance 3,300 units actually is, but we'll cover that later on in the video. It's also worth noting that the game decides what item you get the frame you hit an item box, not after the roulette finishes. That means that theoretically, you could attain a blue shell at exactly 30 seconds. Misty's 213 was quite unoptimized. He had spent about 1 minute and 7 seconds to get the blue shell, 41 seconds to reach first place, and then when the game registered him in first place, it took him just under half a second to throw the blue shell at himself. But that didn't stop Misty's because just a few attempts later, he tried a new track, SNES Rainbow Road. Misty's went for the same approach as he did in Dry Desert. Get far enough behind the leader, wait for the 30-second timer to pass, and then try to find the blue shell. There aren't any good shortcuts in SNES Rainbow Road, so we're not really sure why the track was chosen. Nonetheless, just a few attempts in, Misty's had something magical happen. He got a blue shell on the first item box once that 30-second timer had passed. He then raced to first place yet again as fast as he could. Despite being hit by a red shell on the way, a new world record had been set at 1 minute and 39 seconds, 34 seconds faster than his previous world record. The rest of Misty's attempts that day weren't able to beat his 139, so that's where the record stood. The community was excited, and several runners began to compete to surpass this newly set record. It didn't take long before the 139 was beaten. In fact, it took a total of 31 minutes before a runner by the name of Zach posted his achievement of 1 minute and 13 seconds, 26 seconds faster than Misty's 139. Unfortunately, there isn't any video evidence of the 113. The BS% category was still at its early stages, and runners at the time were okay with the honor system. We do know, however, that Zach used the Dry Desert track, the same track that Misty's used for his original 213 run. Zach had said that he got the 113 after just 10 attempts, and that the run was lucky as hell. Zach also said that he saved time because Misty's used the hard CPU difficulty, whereas Zach used the easy CPU. The hard CPU is tougher and faster, and therefore it can take longer trying to catch up to first place. Whereas the easy CPU isn't as tough, and they opt to make mistakes, making it easier to catch up. But just an hour and 45 minutes later, this run was posted by Akos.
Hey, babe.
He left the fridge open.
Okay. All right. All right, I'll shut it.
I'm stuck here.
While it was only 1 second faster than Zax 113, it was the first time the community actually got to see a fairly optimized run. Akos took a different approach on the item rule though. He used normal items instead of shells only. Remember how shells only mode made the blue shell available at least 3,300 units away? Well, normal items had the same distance, but the chance of getting the blue shell was actually lower, down to 1% instead of 2.5%. The reason Akos did this was so that he could obtain mushrooms to help him get to first place quicker. And it worked. He got the triple mushrooms before the 30-second timer ran out. He then got a blue shell on his first try just a quarter of a second after the 30-second timer. He used the 3 mushrooms to go through the shortcut and reached first place just 19 seconds later, the fastest anyone had done at this point.
Okay.
When he reached first
That's
place,
amazing.
it took him half
You
a
should
second.
probably stop there. Why is there 40 more minutes of this? This is already way too optimized. He got mushrooms. He stood there at exactly when it spawns. He got it first try. Why do we need fucking 40 more minutes of this?
To throw the blue shell at himself. This 112 would set the standard for all future runs to come. Getting the blue shell on your first try.
I'm sorry. Is this guy the one that made this video?
And using a boost such as mushrooms to reach first place as quickly as possible was pivotal in order to achieve a competitive time. Up until this time, most runners were still playing in Dry Desert.
Okay.
One runner by the name of SimLola661 decided to try a different track to compete against Dry Desert. And that track was N64 Royal Raceway. The reason he wanted to try this track was because the glider ramp would allow the leader to get far away, increasing the odds of getting a blue shell. It also featured a shortcut just after the ramp so that he could catch up to first place. And so, he began doing attempts on Royal Raceway, and soon he would find that his theory was correct. SimLola waited the requisite 30 seconds, obtained a blue shell 1.1 seconds after the 30-second timer, used his mushrooms, went over the glider ramp, and managed to reach first place in just under 16 seconds. He used the blue shell on the same frame that the game registered him in first place, thus performing the first ever frame-perfect blue shell throw. The blue shell hit himself in 1 minute and 10 seconds, a new world record by almost 2.5 seconds. Unfortunately, he hit a banana while trying to reach first place, so there was still time to be saved. Hitting a banana can lose you anywhere between 2 to 3 seconds, so a 107 was theoretically possible. SimLola also used a different item rule. Instead of normal items, he used frantic items. This shortened the blue shell minimum distance from 3,300 units down to just 2,000 units. It also increased the odds of getting the blue shell to 2.5%.
Why wouldn't everybody have already
Runners
used
would,
that?
From here on out, use frantic mode as it was now deemed the fastest method. SimLola had determined that there had to be a few things that a track needed to be viable for a run. These things were item boxes in the right spots, at least 2,000 units away from first place, a fast bit to let the leader run, and then a shortcut to catch back up. Both Dry Desert and Royal Raceway met these conditions, making them both viable for runs. Akos.
Oh, all these world records take place in the same day. Okay, they're all figuring this out in the span of like 8 hours. Okay. Okay, it's been like an hour in real time. Okay. Okay, they're figuring this out all over the course of a fucking Saturday afternoon. Okay, I got it.
Still preferred to run on Dry Desert, and he continued his attempts there. and just a day later, he managed to get this run.
God gamer.
1 minute and 9 seconds. The first ever sub 110. Runs at this point were starting to get competitive. Runners were hitting the item boxes just after the 30-second timer and reaching first place very quickly. There wasn't a whole lot of time to save at this point. You just needed good luck and then reach first place without running into any obstacles. As runners began to do more and more attempts, interesting situations began to arise. Akos had posted this run wondering if it counted as a world record. This started the conversation in the community on whether or not that this was allowed. Technically, Akos did obtain a blue shell, he did reach first place, and he did throw the blue shell at himself. But because he had invincibility from the star, Akos didn't technically get hit by the blue shell. He dodged it.
Oh.
Simlola also had a situation occur where he was hit by a blue shell while in first place, but he wasn't the one who threw the blue shell.
No, it's blue yourself.
See, as mentioned earlier in the video, the category at the time was named BS%, or Blue Shell %.
Okay.
Simlola said that Blue Shell % implies that the goal is to get blown up by a blue shell.
That makes it even
Nothing
more
saying that
random.
It needs to be yours, it's just faster and more consistent if it's
No,
yours.
it's gotta be yours.
Simlola then continued to do more runs and claimed to have gotten a 104. More conversation was had within the community, and it was agreed upon that the spirit of the category was that you had to throw the blue shell.
Yeah,
at
you gotta
yourself.
throw it yourself, otherwise no
This
fucking
also
point.
started the conversation of the official category name due to the popularity of the category. A poll was created between two options, the current BS% or Blue Shell %, or another suggested name of Blue Yourself. The Blue Yourself name came from a well-known Mario Kart 8 Deluxe speedrunner, Amber. Her reasoning for the term blued was often referred to getting hit by a blue shell. Both the fact that it was a little crass and to some other people a reference to Arrested Development was not on her mind at all. In the end, everyone voted on the official category name and Blue Yourself reigned victorious. At this point, Blue Yourself became an official
fucking massive poll. Holy shit. Holy shit. 12-9. My God. Earth-shaking poll.
And Blue Yourself reigned victorious. At this point, Blue Yourself became an official category and was posted on the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe category extensions page. This meant that official rules were put into place, and some of these rules were a bit...
Bro, there's like a high school fucking chess club with more than 21 people. This is the global Mario Party community on Discord, and they got 21 votes?
different than what runners had been doing before. All runs to this point ran on the standard Mario Kart 8 Deluxe timings. This meant that the time started when pressing the OK button on the track selection screen. A special rule was created so that the timing would now begin on the frame when Lakitu's lights turned green.
Say party? Kart.
This was convenient for two reasons. The frame when Lakitu's lights turns green is also the moment when the 30-second power item cooldown starts, like we mentioned earlier. This allowed runners to look at the time of their run and know exactly when to get an item box for a chance of the blue shell. This was also convenient for loading times. A digital copy of the game would load faster than the cartridge version of the game. Because this category was so short, having different loading times would have a significant effect on the run. Starting the run when Lakitu's lights turned green allowed for all players to have an equal playing field, no matter what copy of the game you were playing. The timing for the end of the run would stay the same, which was the first frame of the blue shell's explosion. Other rules would also be added to clarify any sort of issues with the blue shell. Since the timing of the runs were now started at a different time, the timing changes were retroactively applied to older runs. Akos' 109 run became 48.75 seconds long, and was no longer the world record. Simlola's 110 was actually 48.6 seconds long, and was just 0.15 seconds faster, and became the new world record for Blue Yourself.
Pog.
Shortly after Blue Yourself became an official category, something big happened. A runner by the name of Teo took a different approach to Royal Raceway.
Oh? Holy shit!
Seconds, almost 5.5 seconds faster than Simlola's 48.6. Teo did something that required a crazy amount of luck. He managed to get a bullet bill and a blue shell at the same time. Not only that, but he was able to get the bullet bill in the first item slot, then the blue shell in the second item slot. The chances of this happening are incredibly low, a mere 1 in 247, or approximately 0.405%.
So now
Bullet
you
bill provided an extremely quick way to reach first place. Most runners were able to reach first place in about 16 seconds. Teo did it in 10. The community was blown away and viewed this as a time that was near impossible to beat. Things like, "That's not going to be beaten for a while," were being said. And they were right, because everything that you've seen in this video, everything that I've explained, has happened over a week. Teo's record would stand for the longest time that anyone's had at this point. 5 days later, and still no one was able to match him. That is, of course, until someone else finds a new strategy.
5 days? Holy shit. Dynasty. I don't want to call it too early, but dynasty. Okay? I think we put up statues. I think we start writing history books. 5 days? I don't want to say GOAT too early, but I feel like we can't ignore it.
On March 10th, 2021, a runner by the name of Skillos posted a message claiming he had achieved a time of
A runner by the name of Skillos. Just a runner?
40.867 seconds, over 2 seconds faster than Teo's current record. How was that even possible? Well, as it turns out, Royal Raceway, or Dry Desert for that matter, might not have been the fastest track like everyone thought. Skillos claimed to have used N64 Rainbow Road, a track that's never been used in Blue Yourself before. Skillos was able to post his video, and his claims were true. Even though this was a large improvement on the record, there wasn't really anything special that Skillos did in his run. He used the same strategies as everyone else, but used them on N64 Rainbow Road instead. And to recap, these strategies were to obtain an item to help boost into first place, make sure that the first place CPU is at least 2,000 units ahead, hit the item box as close to 30 seconds as possible, and then use those mushrooms or whatever boost they had to reach first place as quickly as possible. And in this case, Skillos was able to reach first place in 8.5 seconds. He thankfully didn't have to use the same strategy as Teo's, praying for a 1 in 247 chance of getting the Bullet Bill Blue Shell combo. However, a new issue had arisen, the first place CPU not being more than 2,000 units ahead after the 30 seconds. Skillos stated that this strat is super inconsistent. When you hit the item box at 30 seconds, most of the time the CPUs aren't far enough ahead for a blue shell. Remember earlier in the video when we talked about how which items you get are determined based on how far away you are from first place?
This is the Obama medal meme. Which is fine. I mean, listen, like in a video I make about Hitman, I ended the toilet one with my world record. It's just weird to be third person the whole time. This mysterious guy Skillos came in and it's like, you're talking. Skillos is talking. We know who you are because we saw you when we clicked in.
Now's a good time to delve a little deeper into that topic. How far is 2,000 units? No one really knew, or even how far a single unit was. Skillos went on to 2-player mode with the exact same settings using frantic mode, and experimented with different distances. He would get the first player to continuously go through items, while the second player would be at varying distances. He would then line up when the blue shell started and stopped spawning, noting where the second player was located. And within just a short while, Skillos figured out the distance of 2,000 units for N64 Rainbow Road. It turns out that it was a lot closer than what the community had thought. Now that Skillos had an idea of how far away 2,000 units was, he immediately began more attempts. And shortly after, he managed to get this run.
How did he get all this exclusive behind the scenes footage from Skillos? That's the trick. Did he hack his computer? How did he get all this grind footage?
first ever sub 40, 39.9 seconds. It was at this time where Blue Yourself started to gain attention around the world.
Fucking cut to Obama in a press conference talking about fucking the Blue Yourself percent. Fucking news organizations in China. Fucking CNN. Front page of New York Times.
There was a lot of excitement around the Blue Yourself category, but it didn't stop here. From here on out, one person completely changed how this category was ran.
If
this
you say
person was Flint.
All right.
Just before the 39.9 from Speedrun, Flint had been investigating the 2000 units. They researched several other tracks and made an amazing discovery. A discovery so big it would change Blue Yourself forever. They found that Game Boy Advance Mario Circuit had the perfect setup for Blue Yourself. There are some item boxes located just after turn number 5. After some experimentation, Flint found that blue shells don't spawn until just before the last turn of the track. So we know that 2000 units is approximately that far. Flint also found that when playing against the normal difficulty CPUs, they usually end up at the last turn by 30 seconds. Sometimes they can be too slow or too fast, so there was some RNG to it. There were also 2 shortcuts to use to get to first place quickly. The strategy was to get a star, use it to increase your max speed, and then use mushrooms to accelerate as quickly as possible. The star was also used to help avoid hazards on the track, and any other shells or bananas used or thrown by the CPU. It was important to use your star early enough so that it would run out before the blue shell hit you. With this new discovery, Flint began attempts right away, and the community would follow.
Oh my god! Let's go! Skillos! In the chat, the GOAT himself! Skillos, you have to get this guy to interview you. This documentary maker. You have to, you need it. I want to see him interview you. We need to fucking put these two in a room.
No way. No. Oh, I might have just done that. That might be the record. That might be the record. I have to go and retime that, but I might have just done that.
I want to see the best one. That's why I'm watching. I want to see what the best one is.
Down to just 37.566 seconds, which was pretty incredible considering the blue shell doesn't spawn in the game until 30 seconds. However, something unique happened during his run. When approaching the head of the pack, the CPU in first place actually got hit by a red shell from a different CPU. This allowed Simlola to reach first place even faster. The chances of this happening are unknown due to the random nature of the event.
Interesting.
From here on out, in order to get a Blue Yourself world record, the first place CPU had to get hit by another CPU. This was completely out of control of the runners. It was just another element of RNG added to Blue Yourself.
This seems like the most grueling fucking RNG-based speedrun ever. This would be so frustrating.
It was at this point when runners' attempt counts started to rise exponentially. Most were in the hundreds, and some were over 1,000 attempts. It wasn't uncommon to have a several-hour session and only get a couple blue shells. Blue Yourself had become a grind that required a lot of patience. However, shortly after, a familiar runner posted this run.
Ooh, that was fast as fuck.
Akos had finally gotten another world record since his previous world record of 1 minute and 12 seconds, back when we did the old timing method. It was the first ever sub 37, a 36.9, well over half a second faster than Simlola's 37.566. This run was really good. Akos hit the item block at 30.3 seconds into the run, just under a third of a second away from perfect. When approaching first place, the first place CPU was struck by another CPU, allowing him to reach first place in just under 4.5 seconds. When he reached first place, it took him half a second to use the blue shell. The theorized perfect time of a low 36.x was looking more and more plausible.
Yeah, I think we have the entire Mario Kart Blue Yourself Discord in chat right now. Welcome. Welcome, community. Sevens. He takes it back! The mysterious Skillos!
35.983. A 35-second run wasn't even believed to be possible. How did Skillos manage to do this? Well, first of all, he chose the fastest possible ground speed kart combination, as marked in orange. This consisted of using Dry Bowser, the GLA kart, slick tires, and the Super Glider. Second of all, Skillos hit the item boxes 0.2 seconds after the 30-second blue shell timer, which was a 0.1 second improvement over Akos. That was fairly quick, but it wasn't perfect. He then took a cleaner driving line to reach first place in only 3.45 seconds, which was just over a second faster than Akos. Skillos also had the favorable RNG because the first place CPU was hit by a different CPU. All of this was led to the first ever 35-second run.
Pog!
Or was it 35 seconds? After this video was posted and the run was submitted, one of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe moderators...
Be insane if he pivoted to a cheating scandal on himself. It would be insane if right now he's like, but actually, we looked at Skillos' fucking videos. And it started to seem spliced. Could the community trust this charlatan? It's like Dream making his own fucking...
Operators Pianist 15 did an official retime of the run and discovered that Skillos actually got 36.000 seconds, not 35.983. Because the stakes were high, Pianist 15 wanted to have another moderator take a look, just in case. While doing so, he realized he had been timing the video at 30 frames per second, not 60 frames per second, so only every other frame was being shown when he was doing the retiming. When retiming in 60 frames per second, he then confirmed that yes, it was officially a 35...
Did you just include this to call your haters dumb? That is so fucking alpha! Oh, I'm gonna VIP Skillos. That's one of the most base things I've ever seen in my life. That's actually so fucking funny. You see, some people thought Skillos was cheating, but it turns out when they looked at the math, those people were fucking idiots. It's not relevant to the timing here, but I thought I'd include it so anyone else thinking of doubting me can get fucking owned too. That's so funny!
Second run, and he apologized shortly after. This record of 35.983 stood for a very long time. The longest time anyone had held the Blue Yourself world record at this point was about a week. This record, however, would stand more for than 100 days.
Holy shit!
There were a couple runners who managed to get a low 36-second run, but no one truly contested Skillos' 35.983. During this time, Skillos was theory crafting a new strategy that could not only get a faster 35.x run, but a strategy that could potentially break the 34-second barrier. The only problem was that this strategy required exact precision and an insane amount of RNG. Welcome to glider strats. The idea for glider strats was simple. Instead of driving on the ground to reach first place, Skillos wanted to fly into first place, literally. This was possible because there was a glider ramp near the necessary set of items, and what's even better is that there was an item box right at the ramp. But here's where things unfortunately get more difficult. The glider ramp was slightly ahead of the set of the other item blocks. This also meant that the 2,000 unit cutoff line for the blue shell was further down the track than before. Skittles' idea was to fly over the block wall in a straight line and land directly in front of the first place CPU. When landing, you would be perpendicular to the direction of the track. This meant that you had to land in first place, because you would lose time straightening out. This was incredibly difficult to do. It meant that the first place CPU had to be hit by another CPU within the yellow region. If the CPU wasn't hit, the CPU would be too far ahead and you would not be in first place when landing. This was by far the hardest part of glider strats. It was incredibly precise. The CPU had to be in a perfect position, which was hardly ever the case in the first place. If all the stars aligned and everything worked out like it should, this strategy would quickly be known as God glider strats. Otherwise, it was just glider strats. That's how difficult it was. This didn't stop Skittles from trying. He figured that if there was a chance of it happening, then it would eventually happen. However, over 2,000 attempts later, Skittles was still not able to get God glider strats to work. From all of his attempts, he did theorize that the best possible time was 34.7 seconds, as long as the following conditions were met. Hit the item box frame perfectly at exactly 30 seconds, reach first place in 3.083 seconds, which is the fastest he had done with the blue shell before, use the blue shell frame perfectly on the frame that you reach first place. The animation of the blue shell takes 1.617 seconds, for a grand total of 34.7 seconds. It's also worth noting that Skittles made sure to use the fastest kart combination for airspeed, which is marked in green. This combination was Wario, the Teddy Buggy Kart, Sponge Tires, and the Waddle Wing. Unfortunately, after all of his findings, nothing much came from God glider strats. It just seemed too difficult to pull off. There was simply too much RNG, and things were way too precise. This was until a new runner stepped up to the plate for the Blue Yourself Challenge. This runner had been under the radar for a little while, and he was determined to beat the long-standing record of 35.9 seconds. This runner was Strongman Lin.
Strongman Lin! Imagine it was just Skittles' profile picture with a mustache.
On June 21st, 2021, Strongman Lin had a personal best of 36.1 posted on his YouTube channel. However, in this run, he blew himself when he still had a star active, thus not taking damage and invalidating the run. If he didn't have the star active and took damage, it would have been considered second place at the time, but that didn't stop him from continuing more runs, because the star issue was preventable by simply deploying it a little bit earlier. Despite not using glider strats or using the fastest ground speed kart combination, he was confident that he could obtain a world record for himself.
Interesting.
Happened a second
star's
time.
always too late.
Strongman Lin had an active star that prevented the blue shell from damaging him, thus invalidating his run once again. Had Strongman Lin used the star just a little bit earlier and taken damage from the blue shell, it would have been a new world record of 35.8 seconds. It was truly an unfortunate series of events, but just like last time, this didn't stop him.
He's way off though. I mean, the star's not ending till way after, so. Oh!
Over 2,000 attempts, Strongman Lin had done it, at 35.4, exactly half a second faster than the long-standing 114-day record of 35.9 from Skittles. The run was truly immaculate, and for the first time ever, a runner was able to hit the item boxes frame perfectly at 30.0 seconds. It then took him 3.5 seconds to reach first place, and then used the blue shell within 0.2 seconds upon reaching first place, landing him a new world record. This record was truly optimized. There wasn't much more time to be saved. The community really wanted to see the last second saved and have the ultimate blue yourself perfection, a 34.x. The only way to do that though was with God glider strats. That's the beauty of speedrunning. It doesn't matter if you're speedrunning a category that takes 3 days beating a Yu-Gi-Oh game or one that takes 30 some seconds hitting yourself with your own damn blue shell. Speedrunners will always push whatever category they run down to the absolute limit of what's possible. And 2 months later, that's exactly what happened.
You got the star? You got the mushroom? Okay. Ready? Oh, on 30 seconds. Got guider threats? I knew he could do it! I knew he could do it! Skillos, baby! He's who I was cheering for the whole time! He's who I was cheering for the whole time! I've always been a Skillos fan from day one! Let's go!
Skillos had done it. 34.867 seconds.
He
the
fucking
first
did
ever
it.
34-second Blue Yourself. A frame-perfect item box, 3.2 seconds to reach first place, and 0.05 seconds to
Jesus.
reach Blue Shell. Nearly 5,000 attempts in total, he was 10 frames away from the perfect time of 34.7 seconds. And that's where the record stands today. Thanks for watching.
As of January 2022, Skillos is the only person that has successfully done God Glider strats. Let's go! Music banged. I'm not subbing to you, fucker. I'm gonna go find Skillos and sub to him. He's the one that did the run. I'm kidding. No, it was a fun video. I really enjoyed it. And we were just goofing anyway. I think it's, listen, you know what? The truth of the matter is most speedrunners, I should say, are not very good at making content. And this guy is. And speedrunning needs it. I literally think most speedrunners are only good at optimizing their run and they don't know how to make a video out of it that's interesting to watch. This guy knew how to make a good video. And that's how you get attention. That's how you grow your scene. It's actually really important. It's actually a commendable skill. So, and like if this video wasn't made, we never know about this cool fucking speedrunning thing. I think it's fucking awesome. I super respect it. I think he could have. I think the video would be just as interesting if he used first person. So I don't think he needed to do third person. But at the end of the day, who gives a shit? It's fucking. It's dope. It's a dope strat. And I think I respect all speedrunners who have the time to grind and then also make videos. It's hard. It's hard to do both, bro. It's fucking hard. What else are we? He blew himself. Feel strong, man. He truly blew himself faster than anyone else possibly could. I'm looking at the. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing. I'm looking at Discord. I'm gonna see if there's other videos. That was a good one though. I'm glad we actually it was worth the whole viewing. I think it's something about the summoning salt style, where you sort of show the progression. I'm always hooked. No matter how, I mean, Mario Kart is not my game, as is very obvious from the Bros vs. Pros. I'm never a big fan of driving games in general and Mario Kart. But like something about you just seeing it get better and better, I get more and more invested. By the end of it, I really wanted to see what the best strat was. I was fucking super invested. Let's see. Fear of the Cold is one of the best videos on YouTube. Is that true? Could that possibly be true? So there's trillions of hours of content on YouTube, and this is one of the best videos. What is Summoning Salt's new video? I mean, listen, they're all good, but I want to know if the game pops out to me. Summoning Salt. His new video is about Super Punch-Out. 54 minutes long, though. That's fucking long. It's really good. Here, let's break it out. We just watched speedrunning. Let's watch something else. Maybe we'll end with that. We'll watch it for sure. Summoning Salt videos are always good. I'm not denying that. I don't want to jump from a 45-minute Mario Kart speedrun into a 50-minute Punch-Out speedrun, you know? Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? Let's see what else we got. 2 types of gamers, maybe? We did talk about that one. Is this getting almost 1 million views as well? Two types of gamers. It's only 15 minutes long. All right, we'll try it, and then we'll try Fear of the Cold. Okay? We'll try type of gamers, and then we'll do Fear of the Cold.
In fighting games, some characters have an alternate stance which can change their moveset and abilities in the middle of a match. These characters are complex because it can be like learning 2 characters in one. But Lei Wulong has 13 stances. He has more stances than games have characters, and someone even made a tier list of them. But it's not as simple as just learning more moves. He also transitions in and out of different stances depending on what attacks he uses and even the direction he moves. People have mapped out extensive flowcharts to help players wrap their heads around what's essentially a Jackie Chan simulator.
Holy fuck.
And this is just one character in a game with over 50, each one having pages and pages of moves. How can anyone remember all this? Why can't these games just have like 6 characters with a few moves each? Like chess.
It's an entire world of just 64 squares.
In chess, you can quickly learn the rules, there are no DLC pieces that throw air fireballs, and there's only one situation where the hitbox gets wonky.
You move behind the pawn as if it had moved only 1 square and capture it.
But if you want to get into chess because you hate remembering things, you might be disappointed. Recognizing positions is how chess players flex.
Yeah, this looks an awful lot like Tal Botvinnik.
Accessible or not, new players...
That video, by the way, is crazy. I watch almost every Magnus Carlsen video, except for the ones with Ludwig. And that video, is they just set up random chess positions from like iconic games over the past fucking 100 years. And he recognizes all of them, or almost all of them. It's fucking shocking. It's like just move 34 in a random game from a championship 40 years ago. And he's like, oh yeah, this is game 3, Kasparov versus Kramnik. It's like, that's fucking wild. Yeah, they even put the Harry Potter one. They put the fucking chess position from Harry Potter and he calls it out. It's a wild video.
...in chess are going to be extremely behind. Do you know about the Sicilian defense? If not, then you have a lot of catching up to do because people knew about that in 1594. In Korean gamer slang, these old games people have gotten really good in are called koinmul games. And its longtime players are koinmul, which...
Fucking love this guy. Larva? Dude, so you guys don't know that Korea is better than every other country at StarCraft by like 1,000,000 miles, right? So there was a tournament called the World Cyber Games where the best players of every country competed. And I think it was a European player, maybe a Dutch player. Or maybe it was an American player, I forget. Anyway, he's beating I forget who it was. I think it might have been an American player. Anyway, he's beating him so bad that he takes his hands off the keyboard and starts playing with his feet. Is there a clip? Let's see if we can find the clip.
Are you that flexible in control? Can you do that?
Hell no.
No, I mean like.
I feel like I would get a cramp.
Are you that flexible in control? Can you do that?
Hell no.
No, I mean like.
I feel like I would get a cramp very quickly doing that.
I'll tell you what. You know what? I think.
By the way, R.I.P. Peter in control. One of the greatest fucking people I've ever met. And a legend of the StarCraft scene. Died far too young. One of the funniest, coolest people I've ever met. Really fucking genuine, honest, hilarious person. Made me literally cry myself laughing at the Twitch office. Sevens to him. Really, really sad that he's gone. But he's in this clip and he's very funny.
He's got a great looking thigh too. Okay, I'm impressed in every way.
You gonna come out and say it?
This is a beautiful human being. He is playing with. This is literally a joke that people would use in StarCraft and say, "I can beat you playing with my feet."
Yeah,
this is actually a thing that I don't know if they throw it around in Korea.
Oh yeah, I think he was a Taiwanese player. Yeah, they got mad. They got heated. I think they tried to ban him from all future Zotac Cups after doing this. What a flex this was. This guy's a fucking all-star.
Literally translates to standing water. The stale water that never moves on, becoming more and more toxic to anything that dares enter it.
Beautiful.
The term is used tongue-in-cheek nowadays, but it's there to emphasize how ridiculously good people have gotten.
세 발을 한 칸에 꽂으면 고인물이고요. 세 발을 한 점에 꽂으면 썩은 물입니다. 이 정도면 그냥 석유죠, 석유.
But this doesn't always stop new people from getting into these games. Chess has been played for centuries, Brood War has become a national pastime, and new players have come to slay the gods in MVC2 and Melee.
Let's go Zane!
Genesis 7!
So what is the appeal of these stale water games where everyone is super good, and why do people keep playing them?
And it looks like wow. Oh my Roundhouse.
The appeal of games like this, I don't know what he's gonna say, but in general, is that the reason they've lasted so long is because they're incredibly deep. You can truly flex on someone. When you get good at these games like Melee, StarCraft, these games, you can truly fucking beat people in ways that modern games don't let you as much. You can truly be untouchable. Chess, same way, yeah.
With the game one pop-up.
Well, some people want to practice or study things in a game to get good. For this to be possible, the things to practice or study must be proven to be good, usually by its masters. These established techniques and strategies include footsies, Korean backdash, the Queen's Gambit, Muta Micro, Infinites, or whatever. Magic creator Richard Garfield refers to these players as honers. Honers don't care that the Sicilian defense was discovered in the 16th century. They just want to study openers to get better at chess. They don't care that the perfect 9-dart finish has been calculated and achieved. They just want to practice their aim so they can do it themselves one day. But while those two examples are about honing, one is about muscle memory and the other is about memory. In other words, execution and knowledge. Honers like video games because you get to hone both in unique ways. You can nerd out about the properties of champions and weapons, but also flex your actions per minute or aim. In fighting games, a combo requires knowledge of an optimal sequence of buttons and moves, but you need the timing to execute it. Fighting game execution is about precise timing, and this requires practice. But honers don't want to practice or study because repeating something over and over is a good time. They must also gain a meaningful advantage for doing so.
Yeah.
This is called leveling up.
Yeah. The appeal
One
is
of the biggest
levels.
advantages you can get for honing execution appears in Street Fighter 3. Like most fighting games, Street Fighter 3 has combos that require varying levels of practice to pull off.
I mean, the story of most Melee grinders that I know is like, they played it casually. They thought they were the hot shit because they could beat their friends. They go to their first tournament or local event or something, and they get absolutely waxed. Someone just fucking styles on them, destroys them. And then, often, they'll see the person that beat them get completely owned by someone else. And once you realize the levels, Some people are turned off, and some people are turned very on. Some people are sucked in by that. Once you see that, like, oh shit, there's fucking depth to this. Once you see the people that can fuck you up, get fucked up by someone else, who get fucked up by someone else, and it's like they can do this on command. There's no luck to it. They can just, this person can beat me every time, and that person can beat him every time. It's very appealing to a certain type of brand. I think that's the appeal that I see from some part of my brain.
The idea is, the more practice you put in, the better combos you can do, improving your potential for damage and positioning. If you master the frame-perfect Kara Fukiage input with Makoto, you get to kill most characters with one combo.
Say your phrase.
Games had always given an immense advantage for immensely practicing combos, but what sets this game apart execution-wise is that there's also a defensive system like this, the infamous universal parry mechanic. As intimidating as it sounds, the input is extremely simple. Just tap forward right before you get hit, or down if it's a low hit. Works in the air too, where blocking doesn't. Of course, the timing is a bit strict. If you mess up, you just get hit. Thankfully, Third Strike has a bonus stage to help you practice parries, which gradually gets harder.
Oh!
But like most games, you can also just hold back the block, which requires no timing at all. The problem is, parrying has so many benefits. You never take damage, you hold your ground, and it increases the chances of a guaranteed punish. So how good can you get at parrying?
Oh! Oh!
Theoretically, you could parry every hit and become strike invincible. The more practice you put in, the more you can parry. But what makes this so honable is that there are so many levels. Chun's super art here requires 15 timed inputs to do a full parry.
Greatest, one of the greatest moments ever.
Places to
One of the greatest moments ever.
15 levels you need to beat to be successful. With hold back to block, there is only one level. You can start to see why Third Strike has a hip-hop soundtrack. You must practice the rhythm of your opponent's attacks to level up your parrying. The journey to mastery is long and seemingly endless, but for the honer, a long journey just means more to level up, more advantage to gain, and more milestones to achieve. And the payoff for reaching a goal is reflected by how much practice it took to get there. Level up enough, and you might become a god and do something godlike.
Ooh!
Community recognition is a huge motivator for the honer. But in Third Strike, there's an even harder parry called the red parry. A red parry is when you do a parry even while in blocking animation, but the timing window is only 2 frames or 1/30th of a second, which is 5 times stricter than a standard parry, and you still get hit if you mess it up. But what's insane about red parry is that it wasn't some weird exploit players figured out, but a purposefully designed mechanic in a mainstream gaming franchise.
Going for the setup. Is it enough? Is it enough? He parried! MOV! Got it!
So the question is, can you give players too much of an advantage for practicing execution? Yoshinori Ono thought so. He didn't think the parry system in Street Fighter III was bad, but he says when it practically becomes a requirement for entry and you cannot compete on any level unless you master such difficult, precise inputs, then that's where I feel like we restrict.
This is how Fortnite started to feel, or internally over at Epic, with the build system. You know, it was like the unique thing about Fortnite, and then all of the millions of casuals that didn't want to learn how to fucking crank 90s started to be angry, and they had to like figure out how to fucking get around it because it was putting off all of their majority casual viewer base or player base who didn't want to fucking, you know, cracked out, and it got hard to keep up. Yeah, exactly. It's a unique problem, and there's like some subs of people that just say like, oh, just fuck these casuals, and there's some people that'll say like just make it super easy, and really you have to find some kind of balance because otherwise the thing about being a person that hones and grinds this stuff is it's only really fun when there's a big enough player base that you can be hot shit. If there's only 12 people playing, then it doesn't matter that you can crank it because it's not fun. So you have to find a way to keep the player base so that you can be the good player, and you can't make it so difficult that they don't have any fun.
restricted ourselves to only an extremely core community. While the commercial failure of Street Fighter III can be attributed to many different things, Capcom had no interest in continuing the series anymore.
I mean, for example, like the game I grinded, someone mentioned that Shardbound. It was a tactical card game that was like, it had the decks, but also it made it really hard. And it was 2 skill based, I think. And new players always lost. You know, in a card game, you can't even get lucky once. And so they told me, I talked to the developers. I mean, me and a couple other people were like forcing players out of the game because they would queue up, they would match against one of us, and they would always lose. And so it was, you know, at the time I was like, yeah, make it hard. It's more fun for me. But like, you know, with the wisdom of more time, I've realized that like I just helped to ruin a game that I really loved because there was no way to, you know.
Further. This led Ono to consider making the 4th Street Fighter game turn-based, effectively eliminating execution entirely and becoming an actual Street Fighter game with no footsies. Thankfully, that didn't...
I mean, I specifically remember there was one day where I think Day 9, who, he still has a big stream, but I think he had an even bigger stream at the time. And Day 9 tried Shardbound for like a few days. He tried it. And all of the top players would like try to queue up, and I didn't do this. I promise you I didn't do this, but only because he streamed during my working hours. But I would have done it if I hadn't. I didn't do this. But all the top players would just queue up and try to queue snipe him. So he was losing every fucking match. And so, you know, instead of like showing him a good time and getting him into the community, he was having a miserable time getting completely owned. And then every one of his fans that tried the game was like queuing up and getting owned. And so instead of getting a huge bump, like he got a bump when he started streaming it, but then it eventually went down really quickly. It was just stupid. It was like, you know, there's got to be a balance, otherwise you won't grow a game.
Didn't happen, but I get it. You can't have people getting too good by practicing execution. But what about getting too good by studying knowledge? Lei and his 13 stance flowchart isn't going to study itself, and many modern fighters give you a huge advantage for understanding frame data. Even simple fighters give an upper hand to those who study these numbers. And the difference between knowing and not knowing is often a matter of life and death. So, can players get too much of an advantage for studying a game? Chess Grandmaster Bobby Fischer thought so.
I've come along pretty late in chess. Chess has been played hundreds of years, so there isn't really that much left that's radically new.
He criticized chess for requiring too much memorization, describing top chess players as having thick glasses looking at computer screens all day.
Beautiful.
Fischer went on to make a new variation of chess where the starting position of the back row pieces will be randomized each game. Black's pieces always mirror white's to keep it fair, and this results in 960 possible starting positions, hence the name Chess 960.
Bobby Fischer became extremely wild towards the end of his life. With a lot of terrible opinions. But actually, Chess 960 is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. And it's not a bad idea. And I've seen some top-level Chess 960 tournaments, and they're pretty cool. It's kind of fun to watch. Especially when you watch 2 high-level computers go at it. They have some crazy positions.
This fresher version of chess allows chess honers' skills to still be relevant by keeping the same pieces and abilities, but the new starting positions provide something for people who are tired of honing and want to come up with new strategies. In other words, innovate. Innovators are players who want to figure out new strategies in a new game. In the purest sense, they want to keep finding solutions to unique problems. But once practice and study are required, they will find it a chore and either move on to another game or change the rules. Before your scrub alarm goes off, realize you have likely played games with house rules or made some yourself. Does anyone actually play Monopoly by its official rules? But while you and your friends can easily change rules within yourselves, it's much harder in a coded game with a competitive community. This is where balance patches, new characters, and new iterations of the game come in to make more room to innovate. More viable matchups and new mechanics means more strategies to come up with. While a pure honer might not want any patches or new characters, it seems to be a much better pill to swallow if the new version doesn't severely devalue their acquired skills. But change the game too much and too often, and it becomes something the honer did not sign up for. As a matter of fact, in speedrunning, one of the honingest activities ever, the game's rules must remain the same if beating a record by a few seconds is to matter. In this sense, there is a lot of crossover between Koinmul FGC and the speedrunning community.
That's what I love about Hitman, dude. It's got both. Hitman is a speedrunning game, one of the most honing activities you have to grind everything, but it still has a lot of innovations. It's like the routes still change a lot. I don't know, it's really cool. I think it's very unique.
Same token, a game meant for pure innovators might need to be difficult to hone or unhonable. You'll notice a lot of innovator games will often change the rules by changing the game. But when someone finds a way to hone it in anyways, the game becomes something the innovator did not sign up for.
This game has been out for like, what, a week? Just 1 week, and people are this try-hard at a party game.
You're welcome, Giuna. But just because a game starts to require practice doesn't mean there's nothing more to innovate. It just means you have to practice or study to get to the innovating part.
Yeah.
Bobby Fischer is often cited...
I think most people think they're innovators and they're not. That's my opinion. I think innovating takes just as much time as fucking... It's just a different type of practice.
...for his bold and creative plays, but he was also studying chess 14 hours a day. But being able to hone and innovate is how you become a champion. The problem with Koinmul games is that the only people innovating are the ones that have already done a ton of honing. Not everyone gets to show Leffen a thing or two about Melee.
So Leffen, you can suck my fat...
Zane's definitely both. He's innovated a ton of shit.
For the better or worse, fighting games have a reputation of being a honer's genre because from the start, it's extremely obvious that there's a lot to practice and a lot to study. I mean, these games have training modes. So the question for devs making modern fighting games is, how do we get players to the innovating part faster? One approach is to provide excellent study materials, but this doesn't eliminate...
Listen, the flaw with all the game developers' ideas is, if you remove the hours of practice and the mechanical requirement to getting good enough to make up your own ideas, then it's not like you get a game where everybody makes their own cool ideas like they think they're going to happen. What happens is somebody comes up with the right idea and posts it on the internet and everyone copies it. If there is no execution requirement to coming up with cool ideas, then someone just publishes a good idea and everyone copies it. It's not like everyone comes with their own unique cool... It's like TFT. TFT is a game... Auto battlers in general are games that have no execution requirements. And so instead of everybody coming with their own cool, unique strategies like they're talking about, like they say will happen, if you get rid of all this terrible mechanical shit, then I can finally come up with my own ideas. What happens is you just go to YouTube and watch the fucking better players' ideas, copy them verbatim, and everyone does that. And you end up with a really stale meta. That's what happens. And so the way TFT solved it is pretty interesting. That's why I like TFT, is they just patch a lot. They come up with new patches that change everything. People figure it out over the course of a few weeks, and then they patch it again. And when you're a big enough studio that can do that all the time, it kind of works. That way, at least you have to always be figuring it out. Super Auto Pets is worse, though, because it's less frequent patches. So most players just copy. Most players find whatever is a working strategy online and copy it. There's no execution requirements. They're all doing exactly the same. You can't fuck it up.
Eliminate the need to study. You can remove or eliminate things that require practice, but honers will have less to hone, and innovator types will get steamrolled anyways because you can't remove honed legacy skills like footsies unless you go turn-based. There is surely a right balance to strike when making these games, but can you satisfy the pure honer and the pure innovator in the same game? 1v1 Brood War is one of the most honed Koinmul games out there.
Yep.
There
Hardest
hasn't
game in the
been
world.
a balance.
Actually, hardest game in the world. I stand by it. I've played games my whole life. I've tried all the esports. I've talked to everybody. This is the hardest game in the world.
It's patched for decades, but there is use map settings that allow innovator types to create maps that change the rules. Players have created infinite resource maps, Zergling-only modes, and even this weird Metal Slug map, which is kind of insane that someone made that. Some have even gotten good in these variations, forming entire communities and tournaments around them. To try hard, just jump into a new map with new rules. The point is, people can play these games while still existing in the larger StarCraft ecosystem, and without affecting the main 1v1 game, which has become a honer's paradise now.
Oh, okay, they each have a little dude that they're running around. Oh, this is great!
It's become a sort of StarCraft gaming platform.
Dota? Dota's a very hard game, but Dota, no shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dota, you're controlling one unit with, like, 3 abilities. In StarCraft, you're controlling fucking 200 units. Many of them also have 3 abilities. The Defiler in fucking StarCraft has 3 abilities. That's one of 200 units you'd be controlling across a fucking gigantic map. And you can only select 8 at a time.
Smash also has very flexible rule shaping, but players went the opposite way and turned an innovator's game into a very honeable version. And of course, poker has tons of variations, competitive and even single player. But some developers have directly embraced practice and made games to awaken our inner honer with great success. Of course, Hidetaka Miyazaki had to keep this a secret from the marketing department to get his game made. But some Honer games hide its...
That's really funny. He had to hide that the game was, like, fucking hard. Especially because it was published by Activision, I think. Yeah, there's no shot they would have gone for it if it was like, yeah, this is going to be hard as fuck. Atrioc's going to die 32 fucking times on the Ogre. He'll probably quit. Streamers aren't going to like it. No, I fucking love that game. Sekiro is so fucking fun, dude.
True colors by its very design. What's actually really beautiful about chess is that its honing aspect is hidden to people with no interest studying it. This quiet game that has sat in over 100 million homes has been honed for longer than we've been alive, and will be honed after we're not. This was Gerald from Corey Gaming. Thanks for watching.
I mean, the solve for games like this, though, is just really, really, really balanced and good matchmaking. And they don't, like, you know, a lot of games don't have that. Chess does, and that's why chess can be fun at any level. Brood War didn't really have it at the time, and then now it's too late because it's too old. But, like, if you ever in your life get the experience of playing against someone in StarCraft who's the same level as you, even if you're both really bad, it's so fun. There's almost nothing more fun than, like, a really good game of something like that with someone who's the exact same, like, not better than you, not worse than you, actually the same level. It's so fun. Because you really are pushed to your limit and stretched, and you have to try everything, but, like, it feels like your whole brain lights up. Rocket League, similarly. If you have a Rocket League match, someone who's exactly the same level as you, similar. It's just mostly about matchmaking, I think.
This was Gerald from Corey Gaming. Thanks for watching.
Melee, similar. That was a good video. It's pretty fun. Yeah, winning is also fun, but the problem is the other person has a terrible time. Yeah, no, yeah. The having an even match is amazing, and winning is also fun. But the problem with winning is that someone has to lose really badly. Why get good at getting a 50% win rate? Well, the problem is most developers do matchmaking to basically force 50% win rate, which is not the same as what I'm talking about. Because it could put you against somebody who will stomp you and then put you against someone who will stomp. That is 2 games, 50% win rate. But that's not really good matchmaking. All they've done is made it so you've evened out over time. But if you had 2 very close games with someone who's very close in skill, you've had 2 really fun games. But if you have 2 games where you know what I'm saying? The win rate is the same over those 2 games, but the quality of the game is drastically different. Force 50% is not what I'm talking about. Very close games are what I'm talking about. People want to win without sweating. Yeah, everybody wants that, but it's impossible. You can't make everybody win without sweating until they do what they're gonna do, which is put in fake AI that you could beat on. They already do that for mobile players of battle royales. If you play PUBG Mobile or Fortnite Mobile and you're terrible, they'll just fill your game with AI that you can beat on so you can get a victory royale. because they know you're not going to win otherwise. And they won't tell you that they're AI. And that is the beginning. As AI gets better, we're going to have more and more lobbies filled with, you know, these mysterious AI combatants whose purpose is to lose so that you can feel good. Because they cannot solve the problem of people wanting to win without trying. That is the problem. Are team games harder than 1v1 games? It's just different skills. The problem with team games is it introduces a whole meta game of it where it's like how friendly you are with your teammates, you know, the trust and the bond you have, all that stuff impacts the performance in the game. And like people like 1v1 sometimes because like you don't have to worry about any of that. It's like just the game. It's the game. You get the game or not. But the benefit of team games for this matchmaking problem is that when people lose, they generally get mad. Like if they lose a 1v1 game, they rage. They get angry. They think the other team's imbalanced. Their character's imbalanced. Their race is imbalanced, whatever it is. But in a team game, you can blame your team and it's not your fault. So you can sort of disperse that, that negative feeling that you get when you lose. And that's why team games are generally more popular. Well, Quack said, well, it's never my fault, so it's not just a feeling. Yeah, do you guys know Quack deserves Radiant in Valorant? And he has actually consistently gotten the worst team of all time. It's crazy how unlucky Quack is. Even though he's hard stuck bronze, go off King, it's only because of his team. It's coded in the game. Maddest I've ever gotten was in Smash playing against my younger brother, and he kept spamming one move, and I lost. Bro, I was at a Melee tournament. I used to go to Melee tournaments with Stans, and Stans is not a doesn't have the mental toughness for Melee. I think he's a great person, and I love Stans, but it gets to him, and he had to fight a 12-year-old. I think he got matched up with a 12-year-old whose dad was standing next to him, and all the guy did was spam forward smash with Marth, I think, and Stans almost fought that kid. He almost punched that kid in front of his dad. He gets fucking white knuckle. He grips. And if Stans ever thinks in a game that the other person is disrespecting him with what their moves are doing, like if he thinks they're trying to like do anything other than, you know, just pure win, like if he thinks they're trying to style on him, he loses it, dude. He fucking starts seeing red. If he ever thinks you're trying to like fucking swag on him or just do suboptimal shit, he gets fucking heated, dude. He can't take it. No, I don't do it to Stans, bro. I know my friend. I would never, dude. Like even like, for example, if I'm playing 1v1 with Stans in Melee and I'm up a stock or something and I accidentally die and he even thinks that I did it on purpose to give him, like, to help him out, I never will give him a homie stock. Never. He gets mad, dude. He's got a lot of pride in there, and I respect it. I thought Ludwig would be like that. No, Ludwig's different. Ludwig is just, he's similar to me. He's pretty competitive. Ludwig is just mean. If you beat Ludwig enough times, especially before he was rich, now that he's rich, it's a little easier. He just gets mean. He doesn't go grind to beat you. He just starts saying mean shit. he just starts saying mean shit when he loses. I'll be honest with you. Only back in the day though. He's like, and mostly when he's drunk. When he's drunk and back in the day. Nowadays, I think he's gotten better about it, and also he's just he's got so much money that like it doesn't matter. How does Slime play? Slime will. Slime has a weird moral code around the games that he plays. If you, he doesn't tell you, he doesn't explain the moral code, but it's deep in his psyche. It basically is very focused on what he's doing at all times being cool. What anyone else is doing is not cool. If you violate this moral code at any point, he will tell you that you have no soul. and that you will die alone, poor and unloved. And he'll mean it. He'll say it fucking... I mean, the biggest example is him fighting Aiden. When he plays Aiden, this is the biggest problem. He doesn't do this too much to me. But he does love to tell you that you have no soul. That's a big thing of his. He has a moral code, and it's arbitrary. It changes with the wind, and if you violate it, he will let you know. But again, also Aiden is kind of cringe. Aiden is the nicest person in the world, except when he plays video games, in which case he's a fucking rager. Although with people he knows, he's not. But Aiden online is actually the most toxic, biggest rager of anyone you'll know. It's shocking to me. You wouldn't expect it, but Aiden is actually a psychopath. If he plays video games alone, 1v1, anonymous, he is a psychopath. He is like the most toxic, raging, getting sweaty, yelling, smashing the fucking desk. It's shocking. But against friends, he's totally fine. He's not a problem. Who else is worth talking about? Linkus, a great gamer. Excellent gamer. Nick is like exactly the person Stans wouldn't want to fight. Nick is a styler. Nick's whole goal is to pick something stupid and beat you with it. He is an option selector. Nick's goal is to be like, I beat you with my Pichu. Like playing backwards with my eyes closed. Like that's his goal. He wants to play, he wants to play Ness, or he wants to play Bowser, or he wants to play fucking and that way if he loses, it's like, well, I was playing a stupid character. And if he wins, it's like, oh dude, I beat you with my Ness? Oh shit. Like that's his option select. He loves that. That's how he plays. But he also, when he plays Falco, he's just a good player. So I think Nick's pretty fun to fight in general, but that's his main. Toph? Toph's one of the best human beings you'll ever meet to play games with. There's nothing bad about Toph. Toph is the best. Like if you're a commentator, he's the best co-commentator. If you're trying to grind, he's the best grinder. I actually have nothing bad to say about Toph. Playing with Toph is really fun. He gives advice. He doesn't mind if he loses. I grinded Nick All-Stars Brawl with Toph a ton. If I won a bunch of them in a row, he's totally chill. If I lost a bunch in a row, he doesn't brag. But he likes anime. Yeah, so he's kind of cringe. He's a huge weeb, actually. So actually bad, but I mean he'll like rage a little bit on the reads, but honestly, he's pretty down to earth. He admits his own mistakes. Toph doesn't have a lot of flaws as a gamer, as a grinder, as a practicer. From what I've seen. Scar? Scar has gone through different eras, dude. I don't know if you guys even know Scar, but Scar back in the day, very, very bad about losing. And also toxic when he wins. Scar, as a father, one of the most chill players you ever play. Incredibly chill. Mango is probably the best friendlies player in the world. And that's only from a little bit of interaction with him, but also watching him play hundreds of friendlies over the time. He is not, he doesn't take it seriously. Well, he takes it seriously in his gameplay, but not in the emotion of it. He's done this for so long, it doesn't matter to him. You can beat Mango in a friendly, and like maybe sometimes he'll be like, you know, oh, let's go. He'll laugh about it and turn it on, but he's never fucking hurt by it. It doesn't, his fucking, Cutie's a rager. Cutie's interesting because this is based on our league experience. Cutie starts focusing at the beginning, and then if she senses that the game is lost or that there's no chance to win, she becomes extremely toxic. She stops trying completely and mentally is checked out onto the next game, and just generally wants to win emotionally. Me? I don't know what I'm like. I don't know. I have different aspects. I've definitely raged. I mean, League Atrioc is way different. Like back in the day, I was a grinding rager. I had an Excel document that I had to win 10 games every day or I wouldn't let myself go to sleep. And 10 games of League a day, winning, means you have to play like at least 15 to 20. 20 games of League a day, that could be 30, 45 minutes a game. It's ludicrous. And so I would just grind. I would play all day, every day. And when I would lose, I would get so mad because it just meant like more time of my day was wasted. And I had so much invested in it. So I was extremely toxic. I think I'm different now. Sounds very bad for your mental health. Yeah, it was. I'm so surprised Ari stuck with me. Why did you have to do that? Because I wanted to go pro. I thought that was my fucking career. Feel nothing when you win and day ruined when you lose. Yeah, exactly. I can't think of who else that I'd wanted to mention, but what was explaining that mentality to Ari like? I didn't. I hid it from her. It was impossible to hide because I'm playing League all day, every day, but I tried whenever I could to pretend like I wasn't playing League. It was bad. Is Ari a rager? No. Ari's the only game I really play that's competitive with Ari is she plays a little bit of Magic, and so we'll Magic draft with each other. And she's like what do they call them? A Timmy, where they want to just play big fun creatures. She likes just playing the fun stuff. She likes cool art, and we play Wordle. She plays green. I mean, she plays black-green a lot. Yeah, she likes to play black-green and likes to play big creatures. We played MTG, me and her together last night. We got some packs and made a little deck and had fun. I do not mauled in Wordle, no. You ever played a League tournament? Of course. Yeah, played plenty. Do you like the new set? I like it. It's fun. Are you a spike? I forget what a spike is, but probably. I'm pretty competitive. Ben SW? Ben SW is really fun. Not like this is in chat for Ben SW. Ben SW is very fun to play games with because I don't know how to describe it. He gets very intense. He trash talks a lot. He takes it seriously, but also not seriously. I don't know how to describe it. There, like after the match is done, there is no emotional feeling. He didn't mean it, but in the moment he does. I don't know how to say it. I really don't know how to say it, but he holds no. It's like it's ironic. It's like ironic, but also he is getting heated. He's not faking it. He gets amped up and he talks shit. And he's like, "You're a piece of shit. Fuck you." And then get on, but like after it's over, it literally meant nothing. I don't know how to describe it, but he can turn it off instantly. And it's very fun because it adds a lot of stakes and tension. He leaves it all on the field, yeah. So he's like a normal, well-adjusted human? No. No, he's like a psychopath. No, in the middle of a game, like for example, as I've told this story, he's playing against DJ Wheat at the office, and he screams in his face. Well, no, it was Bring Your Son to Work Day, and he screams in DJ Wheat's face, "You're a failure," and then he screams in his son's face, "Did you know your dad's a loser?" to the whole office. He's not well-adjusted at all. But after it's over, he didn't mean it. You know what I'm saying? He's psychopathic, but in like a way that he's one of a kind. Ben SW is a one of a kind human being, and I feel really blessed that I am friends with him, and I got to cross path with him because I think he's just fucking. I've actually never met anybody like Ben in my life. DJ Wheat fun to game with? Yeah, DJ Wheat's pretty chill. DJ Wheat's funny because he he has an extremely chill outer layer of the onion, but like that man's been a gamer for his whole life. He's like one of the OGs, and back in the day he played competitive Quake, and he does care. He can't show it. He can't let it crack through. But he actually wants to win. He wants to win, and he is into it. You can feel it under the surface, but he keeps it because he's like, when I interact with him, he's like a leader. He's like a leader at the company. He has a team, but he definitely's got that gamer in him. Any plans to collab with DJ Wheat? I'd love to. We have to find something, but ever consider Overwatch as a game to grind? Yeah, I did. I grinded Overwatch for a summer. All I played was McCree, redacted Cole Cassidy. All I did was play Cole Cassidy. And all I did was split off from my team and do what I called flanking maneuvers. My team fucking hated me. Insta-lock McCree, never stick with the team, always go off to the side, roll behind, flash, right-click, flanking maneuvers. And I got to plat. I got to plat doing that, which is like, my win rate was probably like 50.001%. Everyone hated me. I played every day, all day. Pretty much after work at Twitch, I think. And yeah, I was bad. I was a bad. I think Toph was also grinding at the time, and he wouldn't play with me. Toph would not play Overwatch with me because it was so bad for team morale for me to be insta-lock fucking DPS McCree, never with the team, always flanking. But it worked. You were the type to leave team voice before the round starts? 100%. Always. Always instant mute, instant leave voice. Never interact with team. Always do my own thing. I'm not good in big team games in general. There's too much meta game. There's too much like talking to people, communication, and bro, I just want to do my thing. I just want to right click. I want to click heads. I would have hated you back in the day. Oh yeah, people didn't like me. People didn't like me. Have you played Dota? No. After League, I figured I wasn't going to do a different MOBA. Hitman in the plans? Tomorrow, maybe. Listen, I got to grind Hitman the second I'm done with this stream, to be honest. I got to do more grinding. I got a lot more to learn. I spent so much of my day trying to cook up that fucking Mumbai strat that ended nowhere. The hard life of an innovator and a fucking honer. You know what I'm saying? when this is me in my video, like Skillo style. And then a god named Atrioc, who's both an innovator and a honer, showed up on scene. And he really changed the paradigm. Yeah, I don't know. I have to do this. I have to get my Hitman grind on before Elden Ring comes out because it's gonna fucking put everything off the books. Inscription, chill Inscription. Nah, bro. Nah. I think I might watch that cold video, Fear of the Cold. How did you end up quitting League? I think I've told this story. There was a big tournament called IPL 6, IGN Pro League. Back in the day, Riot did not run their own tournaments. And so IGN had the biggest League of Legends tournament in the world. And they hosted it in Vegas every year, and it had all the best teams from around the world. And IPL 5 was the biggest league tournament of so far. And we went, me, Stans, and some other friends from ASU. We all went to IPL 5. We had jerseys on. We were, walking around, having a great time, seeing all the top pros. And I grinded all year, and we eventually became the best college team in the country. We won Ivy Law. And they had a thing where the best team in the country, best college team in the country, got to compete at IPL 6. And we were playing against Quantic Gaming, round 1, which became Cloud9, the first edition of Cloud9. And so we were matched up against some of the best players in the world, and it was going to be in Vegas. And they had a suite for us booked. And they had our plane tickets and everything. And we were so excited. I told my whole family. And then, 2-3 weeks before the event, the entire company of IGN got bought. They got bought by a company called Ziff Davis Media. And Ziff Davis Media said, wait, why are we spending all this money on a fucking tournament in Vegas? What the fuck is esports? And they canceled it. And, so as a kid, as a fucking college student I had dedicated like my entire sophomore and junior year. My classes were going to shit. My grades were going to shit. I dedicated every day to League. And this is my big moment. And I told my whole family, told my extended family, told my dad, who was pretty mad at me. And I was like, look, we're going to Vegas. This is it. This is finally happening. A big deal. And then it gets canceled. I was heartbroken. It's the lowest point, I think, in my life. I'll be honest with you. Which is like pretty privileged. But I had never felt, I'd put everything of my heart and soul into it. I had like talked about it. And I just felt like, oh, this is over. And like my classes are failing. I got nothing. I was so fucking, I was depressed, dude. I was really fucking depressed. And so I was like, I resolved in that moment when it got canceled, because it led to a huge fight with my family and, the whole thing. And so I resolved in that moment to switch to marketing and like focus on that side of esports. I was like, I just don't want to be a player. Being a player in esports fucking sucks. It was my thought. And it still is pretty true. Being a player in the esports, your career is like incredibly short, often only a year. Someone younger than you will outgrind you the next year. You get paid decently for the one season you play, maybe, but you have no longevity. There's not really a path afterwards unless you're the top. So it actually worked out incredibly well for me, and I'm actually really thankful that I pivoted when I did, because trying to be a league pro would have been an incredibly sad and I think terrible choice in my life. But at the time, I was really depressed. League is good for the heart, soul, and mind. Yeah. That guy on Reddit who quit school to go pro at silver. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend quitting school to go pro at challenger. So people doing it at silver is crazy. In hindsight, you glad it got canceled? 100%. I'm super glad it got canceled. I think if it hadn't gotten canceled, I would have kept getting strung along and been maybe like a mid-tier NALCS player, which is like not been good historically for people's careers and livelihoods. Yeah, so not good, exactly. Yeah. Did we already Get Smarter? Yeah, we watched a bunch of Get Smarter videos. They were pretty good. early days, mid-tier LCS streamers, but how long do they last? Like, is Dyrus still streaming? And he was huge. I just don't think it lasts that long. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm so glad that I went into marketing. And I enjoyed marketing more than fucking grinding League all day. It was more creative. They fall out of LCS and try to stream. I mean, some of them make it. I'm just saying, you know, it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. And it's very hard to have a long LCS career unless you're fucking god like a Bjergsen or Doublelift or something. Which the odds are I would not be. Would you ever no cam, no chat, stream your Hitman grind? No. It'd be bad for my channel. Maybe I have an alt. Maybe I have a grinder alt. That doesn't sound right. But I would never stream no cam fucking just pure grinding on this channel. I think it would be very off-putting. Didn't you do that for AoE? I had a camera. It was a forehead cam. Do you remember? It was a blurry, zoomed-in cam of my forehead, often while wearing a mask because I had a cold sore, and I played. So there was a cam. Head down, helmet on, baby. For Fall Guys? No, I had a VTuber for that. Oh, at Ludwig's house when I didn't have a cam on the computer? Yeah, okay, fine. That's one example, but that's not... that seems a little disingenuous. I did no cam, bad gameplay, no mic, Halo 3 gameplay after I lost to Negneg for Twitch Rivals. I remember that. I remember you had the fucking thing of you on the ground. By the way, he clutched it up, so thank God he won. AoE was in the dark times. Real ones know AoE was actually a fucking era, dude. We would not be the stream we are today without AoE. Sometimes you gotta just fucking set a fucking crazy goal and go for it. I'm glad I did AoE. It is crazy that for just that fucking month period or whatever, AoE took over my life. Like, I was watching AoE videos in the shower. I was thinking about AoE strategies in bed, and then I haven't thought about it, like, at all. The second I was done, I like it. It's like it never happened. It's literally like it never happened. It's not like I weaned out of it. I just stopped playing. And I stopped watching, and it was over. It was just weird. I was like super into it, and then it was a complete fixation. You got me into AoE and I agreed with my friends. That's fucking awesome. AoE is really fun at any level. It's actually less fun at the level I was playing at because China fucking sucked. And I hated fighting Mongol tower rushers every game. All right, chat, I think we'll watch Fear of the Cold. How long is it? Let me see how long it is. And then I'm probably going to end. But I'll be back tomorrow because I don't have work on Monday. Oh, Sunday Atrioc stream? Unheard of. What the hell? No. Fear of the Cold is too long. I'll watch it tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to turn off my stream. I'm going to spend a little time with Ari, and then I'm probably going to grind a little bit of Hitman, which I've got to do because there's one thing I want to try before I end my night, before I go to bed. I just had an idea while I was watching Mario Kart today. I had an idea in my mind about Hitman that I want to try, and it's been stuck in my head all day. And I don't want to reveal it. I want to try it. So I'm going to go practice. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow for more fun content. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the subs. Sorry I didn't thank every sub today. Let's thank a couple right now. Bada bing, bada. Long gone forward. Thank you for the 8 months. Snail Chip, Lord Salad Man, D-Wax, Eliza P, Headset of Doom. You know who you are. I appreciate the support. For real, for real. Mr. Man, Thunat, Pomey. Big A, I'm a grinder. I've played about 1,000 hours of Minecraft Bow PvP because I'm a honer. I know my skills are amazing because no one is good at me if I can hone my skills enough. Interesting how you wrote it, but I do think that's dope. I think Minecraft PvP is pretty sick. All right. Sevens, thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. It was a fun day. Glad to be back streaming, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Let's raid somebody. How about Yeti? Huh? Yeti's always in here helping us out, moderating, doing cool things. Let's raid Yeti's channel. See what he's doing. He's playing Pokemon Sword Shield. He's a good guy. He always helps me out with backseaters. Everyone, please join Yeti's chat and backseat like crazy in Pokemon. Just go fucking nuts on the backseating, dude. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Be kind of funny, though. All right, bye. Good night.